Welcome to our broadcast of St. John's Tipton basketball at the state tournament on KNDY Country 94.
From it near sideline for the Lady Knights in for Marley McCoy. Crossover dribble. McCoy had her pocket picked by Brummer. Carly looking to take it all the way to the rack. Up on McCoy. Layup in for Carly Brummer. Schroeder back over to Herenick in the corner. Steps into a three from the corner and buries it. He doesn't need a lot of space. He knocks down the triple. It's 8-2 in favor of the Blue Jays. Rebound tapped out by Carly Brummer. Then tapped long and loose. Linnell Gingler tracks it down. Quick outlet pass up ahead. Aubrey Gingler spins in the middle of the lane to Linnell in transition with the layup. 16 for Linnell Gingler, and the Lady Jays are up by 12. Blue Jay basketball, Winkler blows up past everybody and throws up the runner off the glass and in. Jacob Winkler scores and has 8:54-34, a 20-point lead.
And now we're live on KNDY Country 94 from the 1A Division II State Tournament at Barton Community College in Great Bend.
10 years after their first state tournament appearance and their only state championship, the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays are back at the 1A Division II State Tournament for the sixth time in program history as they're here in 2023-24. After winning a state title in 2014, they made it to the state tournament as a runner-up in 2015, third place in 2016, losing in the first round of 2021 and 2023 at the 1A Division II State Tournament. The Blue Jays are taking on the Axtell Eagles in their first-round game tonight. St. John's Tipton, the number 7 seed at 14-7. Axtell's the number 2 seed at 21-2. The year before St. John's Tipton won the state tournament in 1A Division II, Axtell won a state championship. In 2013, they were crowned the champs, and that's their only state championship as well. Axtell, though, is making their 11th state tournament appearance in 2023-24. A good evening to high school basketball fans in the KNDY Country 94 listening area, in KNDY94.com in North Central Kansas, and on KNDY in Marysville in Northeast Kansas. Dusty Donis with you from Barton Community College in Great Bend for this matchup tonight between the Eagles and the Blue Jays. Again, Axtell, the number 2 seed, 21-2. Their 2 losses in the Twin Valley League to Clifton Clyde, who qualified for state, and to the Frankfort Wildcats, whom Clifton Clyde beat in the sub-state championship in 1A Division I. St. John's Tipton coming in with a 14-7 record, but they have won 9 of their last 11 games coming into the state tournament, while Axtell comes into the state tournament on a 9-game winning streak with 8 of those being contested wins. Each team had a bye in the first round of the sub-state. St. John's Tipton won the sub-state in Stafford as they beat Victoria in a hard-fought contest, 51-47. Edward Herenick had a career-high 27. Jacob Winkler scored 11. Axtell's coming off of a 61-55 win over Hanover in the 1A Division II Blue Valley sub-state to make it to the state tournament. Once again, it is Axtell and St. John's Tipton here on KNDY Country 94 and KNDY from Barton Community College in Great Bend. Take a timeout. We're back to tell you a little bit more about some individuals that have been leading the way for each team back in 2.5 minutes on KNDY Country 94 and KNDY.
Cruz Auto Parts is your local CarQuest jobber in Beloit. They have great fleet and farm savings now, including a quart of Lucas oil stabilizer or fuel treatment for $12.99, an 11-ounce PB blaster for $5.59, 5 gallons of Fram hydraulic, agricultural hydraulic, or tractor fluid are $59.99, 5-gallon Fram 80W90 gear oil $79.99, and 14-ounce Fram high temp grease is just $4.99. Also, 55-count Scott shop towels are 3 for $10. These and many more savings now at Cruz Auto Parts, your local CarQuest jobber in Beloit, serving North Central Kansas for over half a century.
Have you been saving your pocket change? You might be surprised at just how much has accumulated. Farmway Credit Union now has a fast solution to turn your coins to cash. Bring that container of coins to our Beloit location. Credit Union members can use the coin machine for no cost. A minimal fee applies if you're not a member. But maybe now's the time to consider becoming a member. Farmway Credit Union, cultivating the financial well-being of our members by providing resources to achieve financial freedom.
Welcome home. Hometown Insurance Agency provides coverage for what matters to you. Whether it's home, auto, farm, crop, or business, we make insurance better. Count on us to cover life's necessities. With multiple locations, our agents can provide several quotes from various providers, which means you have options. The peace of mind gained from having adequate insurance coverage and trusted service is priceless. Hometown Insurance Agency, proudly serving our hometowns. See Brooke or Lisa in Tipton or Paul in Mankato. Agmark is proud to be a part of the North Central Kansas community and is excited to announce their 25th anniversary. That's right, Agmark LLC began grain operations in May of 1999 and would like to take this opportunity to thank all of the area producers for their support over the last 25 years. Agmark plans to continue the tradition of providing long-term grain marketing solutions. Call Agmark toll-free at 888-848-9979 to visit about the needs of your grain operation.
For more than 135 years, the First Bank of Beloit has been privileged to serve the greater Beloit community and its citizens. Locally owned and operated, they continue to provide convenient and personalized banking services to all of their customers. As a community bank, they feel it's their obligation to serve and support the Beloit community. Whether you need an auto, business, or ag loan, checking or savings account, or simply want to retire that old piggy bank, First Bank of Beloit, member FDIC, is here for you. Visit them online at firstbankbeloit.com or stop by at 101 East Main in downtown Beloit.
And Dusty Dennis back with you on Katy Country 94 and KNDY from Great Bend as the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays get set to take on the Axtell Eagles. First round matchup here in the 1A Division II state tournament. Again, each of these teams has one state championship. St. John's Tipton winning it in 2014. Axtell winning it in 2013. Lucas Darlinghouse, I remember the coach of Axtell at the time. Jason Tonnen is the Axtell coach now. He's in his ninth year with a record of 111-97. Assisted by James Shaughnessy. For St. John's Tipton, they're coached by Lance Bergman, who picked up his 250th career win earlier this year. He's 255-92 coming into the state tournament. 242-83 in 13 seasons as St. John's Tipton in the cooperative. 14 years overall as he was a coach for just St. John's for 1 year before the cooperative began. The year that Tipton played their last season in 2008, I believe. Because 2008-09 is when that would have been. So, again, Lance Bergman, the head coach, assisted by Lance Hulse here in 2023-24, as he has been in the past couple seasons. Edward Herenick, the leading scorer for St. John's Tipton, averaging 15 points a game, 3.5 points and 3.5 assists a game as well. Jacob Winkler averaging 9.5 points, 7.5 boards. And Tyson Gates has been playing well of late, upping his season average to 8 points a game, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 2.5 rebounds. Christopher LaRocque averages 4.5 points, and Gage Stewart is averaging 6.5 points and just under 6 rebounds as well. The Lincoln transfer started to gain his confidence as well and start playing a little bit better offensively for this squad here in 2023-24. For the Axtell Eagles, they are a very athletic group, and Coach Bergman obviously worried about their athleticism and the things that they can do. They're a good three-point shooting team, and when they're on, they're tough to beat. Colin Shaughnessy's made a team-high 45 threes. Eli Brocksterman has made 41. They've made 123 threes this year as a team. St. John's Tipton's made 130, though, so it's not an overly large difference there, as St. John's Tipton's actually made more threes this year than Axtell has. Axtell being led this year by Eli Brocksterman, averaging 13.5, 5.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals a game. 3 double-figure scores as Brandon Smelsley averages 13.5 points a game as well for the Eagles. 5 rebounds a contest, and Grady Bussing is averaging 6 points and 4 rebounds a game for Axtell as well. So those are the leaders for this Eagle team. Again, they're coming into the record of 21-2. They were the number 4 ranked team in the state in the final Kansas Basketball Coaches Association rankings here this season. Axtell is a team averaging 58, giving up 44.5. St. John's Tipton averages 59, and they give up 48. It's Axtell and St. John's Tipton. We'll take another 2.5-minute timeout. Back with more of our pregame show after the break on T90 or on Katy Country 94 and KatyCountry94.com from Great Bend, Barton Community College.
Join the patients who entrust their healthcare to Beloit Medical Center with the powerful tool of knowledge, the gentle hand of compassion, the listening ear of understanding. Doctors Craig Kincannon, Christine Morozes, Jason Cheney, and Carl Fugate, along with nurse practitioners Carrie Adams, Jessica Hawkins, Kendra True, and Brady True, strive to provide quality healthcare for all patients. Serving North Central Kansas patients with a satellite office in Downs. Beloit Medical Center, placing the care in healthcare.
S&S Drug is excited to announce our new and improved pharmacy app, RX Local. The RX Local app allows you to have S&S Drug at your fingertips. RX Local allows S&S patients to refill their prescriptions, have access to your patient medication portal, manage all your family's prescriptions, and directly message S&S staff. New and exciting things at S&S Drug with our new pharmacy app, RX Local.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 6 months you saved for your ultra high-definition flat screen. Just in time for basketball season. And the overtime you work for that third car so your team can drive himself to practice. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or combo, State Farm agent Marty Walters sees your home and car as things you work really hard for. Marty understands what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve. Talk to State Farm agent Marty Walters in Osborne for your home and auto insurance today.
Our local communities are constantly changing. The question is, how can change be good for you? This is Jason Johnson for Solomon Valley Bank in Beloit, member FDIC. If you are concerned about changes with your current banking relationship, you have choices. Solomon Valley Bank would like the opportunity to visit with you about our services. Solomon Valley Bank is a branch of First National Bank and Trust of Phillipsburg, Kansas, which has proudly served Kansas for over 130 years.
You can trust your friends at Beloit Auto and Truck Plaza to take the mystery out of used car shopping. We are your trusted source for the finest pre-owned vehicle. Yes, folks, our certified pre-owned lineup is an all-star cast of domestic and import superstars. Only the very best of the best achieve certified status after our 120-point inspection. Each and every one comes back with a 100,000-mile warranty. So relax, it's certified. Look no further than BeloitAutoTruck.com.
All right, Dustin Dennis back with you here on Katy Country 94, KatyCountry94.com, and KNDY in Marysville. Big thanks to all the listeners out there in Northeast Kansas tuning in for the Axtell Eagles tonight. St. John's Tipton, again, the number 7 seed, 14-7 against the 2-seed Axtell, who's 21-2. Both these teams made it to state last year. St. John's Tipton ended up with a first-round loss to Lebo, 67-45. Lebo went on to finish second place, losing to Greeley County, who won 2 straight state championships last year and the year before, as Jackson Brandel led the way for that team, and they were a solid group. But Lebo gave them everything they wanted. I remember that last year, and obviously it was a tough first-round matchup for the Blue Jays a year ago. It'll be another tough first-round matchup here tonight as St. John's Tipton takes on Axtell here in Great Bend. Axtell made it again last year to the state tournament and ended up, after a first-round win over Buckland, going to the fourth-place game as the Eagles ended up losing to South Central in that fourth-place game by a final of 59-45. They were hot in the first game from distance, but cooled down over the next couple, and were not able to realize that dream of winning both a football championship and a basketball championship. Their football team's won 3 straight state championships. Axtell, obviously a very athletic group. Not much has slowed them down on the gridiron, and when they're hot on the basketball court, they can be deadly as well. But they are 21-2 coming in against St. John's Tipton with a record of 14-7. This is the third meeting all time between St. John's Tipton and Axtell. The two teams met in the first round of the state tournament back in 2015. St. John's Tipton finished in second place that year, losing to Sharon Springs in the championship after having beaten Sharon Springs the year before for the title by 2. They ended up losing by 11 there in 2015, but they did beat Axtell in the first round of that tournament, 57-45 in Dodge City, and then the very next year they played at Randolph for the right to make it to state, the 1A Division II sub-state championship, and St. John's Tipton won 54-41. I remember that game where Parker Gates kind of cooled off the leading scorer there for Axtell. One of the Bussings, now I forget off the top of my head, but it was a good night there for St. John's Tipton in that sub-state championship. So both the times these two teams have met in the past, St. John's Tipton has come out on top, again in a state first-round game and a sub-state championship the very next year, which was 8 years ago there in Randolph. Hard to believe it's been that long. I remember doing that game. Again, it is St. John's Tipton and Axtell. Will take 2.5 minutes again. We'll be back with our starting lineups and get you tipped off from Great Bend on Katy Country 94, KatyCountry94.com, and KNDY in Marysville.
Central Valley Ag is committed to equipping farmers with the most accurate and up-to-date information. Discover how the CVA ACS Innovation Trials unlock valuable insights to maximize your crop's full potential this year. Compare results year after year with the last 6 years of research data from CVA's corn and soybean trials. Visit CVACoop.com to view the 2023 Harvest Data Book. Central Valley Ag.
Looking for competitive insurance quotes? Give Fouts Insurance a call or stop in today at either our Beloit or Smith Center locations to go over current coverages and options. We offer all lines of coverage for both personal and commercial business and represent all the major companies providing competitive rates in North Central Kansas. Check out our website for more information or call 738-3558. That's 738-3558. Fouts Insurance Agency is a locally owned and operated independent agency servicing North Central Kansas since 1981.
The KNDY State Bank and Trust Company understands in today's rapidly changing environment with inputs above normal, your machinery and equipment still need to be updated. We can help you remove some uncertainty by locking in attractive fixed rates. Please contact us as we have a special rate offering on new and used purchases of machinery and equipment for your financing option. Serving your needs for 100 years and more to come. The KNDY State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. Approval and underwriting will apply.
Your tire headquarters is Thompson's OK Tire in Beloit. For light truck to car to tractor, if it's a tire you need or if it's tire related, like balancing or repair, stop by Thompson Tire. Plus, they can align your car's front end and save the life of your existing tires. For new tires and wheels, see the staff at Thompson's OK Tire in Beloit, a proud supporter of the Beloit Trojans and the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays. Wishing them good luck this season.
At Midway Co-op, we're proud to be North Central Kansas' exclusive Kugler fertilizer dealer. It's unique. It's a specialty fertilizer with low salt allowing for direct seed contact. It offers unparalleled results at harvest, often imitated but never duplicated. Count on the premium Kugler fertilizer. It's the right stuff for your field, and we're glad to custom apply it for you if needed. Midway Co-op and Kugler fertilizer, the right choice to increase your crop opportunity throughout North Central Kansas. It's ordering time. Let's talk.
All right, Dusty Dennis back with you on KD Country 94, KDCountry94.com, KNDY, as the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays get set to take on the Axtell Eagles. We'll give you the starting lineup, so we'll start first with St. John's Tipton. They're in the road blue uniforms, the black numbers and the white and black trim. Starting at point guard is Edward Herenick, the 5'11 sophomore, 15 points, 3.5 boards, 3.5 assists, 2 steals a game. Also in guard Tyson Gates, 6-foot junior, 8 points, 2.5 rebounds, 3 assists and 2 steals a game. Also for St. John's Tipton, Christopher LaRock, 6-foot senior, 4 points, 2 rebounds a game. And the post, Gabe Stewart, 6'2 senior, 6.5 points, 6 rebounds. And Jacob Winkler, 6'2 senior, averaging 9.5 points, 7.5 rebounds a game for the Blue Jays. Axtell in their home white uniforms with the blue numbers and the blue and red trim. Axtell will start like this. The guard, Wyatt Datweiler, 5'9 freshman, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal and a half. Eli Brocksterman, 6-foot junior, 13.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals a game. Also for Axtell, Colin Shaughnessy, 6-foot sophomore, 11.5 points, 3 rebounds a game. Brandon Smelsley, 6'2 junior, 13.5 points and 5 rebounds a game, 4.5 assists, 2.5 steals. And Grady Bussing, a 6'2 senior, averages 6 points and 4 rebounds a game for Axtell. Again, it is Axtell and St. John's Tipton in the 1A Division II Sub-State first round. It'll take another minute and a half, and we'll be back on KD Country 94 and KNDY with tip-off after this break.
Success is not given. It has to be earned. It takes grit, a relentless pursuit of your passion, the courage to commit to the daily grind to perfect the skills needed to become a leader in your field. The path to success is different for everyone, but those with grit stand out from the crowd. And at NCK Tech, you can too. They train you, test you, and give you the tools to be successful. All you need is a place to grow your grit. Visit nckTC.edu and learn more. Schedule a campus visit today. Grow your grit. NCK Tech.
Roberts Family Funeral Service is a local, family-owned and operated funeral home serving North Central Kansas with facilities in Beloit and Cocker City. Their professional staff of licensed funeral directors and embalmers are here to serve you and your family with any pre-need or at-need arrangements. If you have any questions, call Roberts Family Funeral Service at 738-2211.
March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and now is a good time to get screened. Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths in both men and women, and one of the most preventable. Screening is important because early colon cancers do not produce symptoms, and treatments work best when identified early. If you're 45 or over, call your physician today to schedule your colon screening. This important screening can save your life. Mitchell County Hospital Health Systems, providing quality health care close to home.
All right, Dustin Dennis here with you again on KD Country 94 and KDCountry94.com. It is Axtell and St. John's Tipton getting set to take the court here tonight in Great Bend at Barton Community College. Althea and Sheila Flexkey Court. Again, St. John's Tipton and Axtell each have one state championship to their tally in their school and program's histories. St. John's Tipton has made it 6 times to state. They won their first time that they ever made it back in 2014, again 10 years ago. Axtell won 11 years ago, 2023. I was told that when they made it back in 1985, they were undefeated coming into the state tournament at 24-0, and then ended up losing, finished actually 23-0 coming into the state tournament, and they finished 24-2 as they finished in 4th place there in 85. Did Axtell to Ingles at 84-68. So it had been a bit since they had been back from 96 to 2013, but they made it in 13, 15, 17, 18, 23, and now 24 for the Axtell Eagles. We're ready to tip it off here in Great Bend. Again, the starting lineups for St. John's Tipton: Edward Herenick, Christopher LaRock, Tyson Gates, Jacob Winkler, and Gage Stewart. And for Axtell, Eli Brocksterman, Wyatt Detweiler, Colin Shaughnessy, Brandon Smelsley, and Grady Busting. We're excited to have state tournament basketball for you on KD Country 94 and the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays, and on KNDY with the Axtell Eagles. Center of the floor is Brandon Smelsley for St. John's Tipton, and for Axtell, and for St. John's Tipton, it's Gage Stewart. We are ready to roll at Barton Community College in Great Bend. Blue Jays will move left to right, Eagles right to left. We're ready to tip it off. The official was waiting for the music to stop. PA guys like, I got it. We're under control. Smelsley tips it into the backcourt to Tyson Gates, and St. John's Tipton has the basketball. Again, they're moving left to right as Gates hands it off out top to Herenick. Here's LaRock now with a weave out top. Gates hands it to Herenick again with a crossover dribble. Edward right side. Tyson steps into a long jump shot, missing on a three-point attempt. Rebound underneath is ripped out in the tie-up. Axtell will get the basketball on the alternating arrow as St. John's Tipton won the tip. So the Eagles with the basketball for the first time. Again, moving right to left. The inbound play goes to Detweiler, running point. The freshman, the younger brother of Isaac Detweiler, that you'll remember was a Stribal participant, Kansas Heatman All-Star as well. Pass out top it goes. Detweiler to the far side wing. This is Smelsley with it to the left elbow. Top of the key. Grady Busting over to Shaughnessy. He fakes, picks up the dribble, back out to Smelsley. Smelsley takes one dribble. Left side to Brocksterman. Free throw line, he's cut off. Back out Grady Busting, top of the key, swinging left side. Detweiler open for a three, but then drives into the lane. He's fouled by Winkler. An early foul on St. John's Tipton will send Detweiler to the free throw line for Axtell. On the season, he's just 15 of 20. Not a lot of attempts, but he is a 75% free throw shooter. Winkler called for his first personal foul. First team foul called on St. John's Tipton. 7-11 first quarter, no score. Axtell again at the free throw line. Detweiler's first one on the way and a little bit too strong off the back iron. He's got another one coming up. Free throw number 2 for Detweiler. Axtell was a team shooting 61% at the line this season. St. John's Tipton is a 57% free throw shooting team. Second free throw for Detweiler, nothing but net, giving Axtell the early 1-0 lead here in Great Bend. That'll give them a chance to set up their full court press. Herenick goes away from the pressure, coming up the far sideline. He gets by it. No look pass underneath for Stewart. Open layup miss. Rebound pulled out of there by Busting. You're going to need to make those shots here tonight if you're St. John's Tipton. Quick outlet up ahead. Brocksterman lost it, but gets it back wide open. Three from the corner is deadly. Eli Brocksterman is someone you absolutely cannot lose on the defense. It's 4-0 Axtell. Quick outlet pass. Gates up ahead to LaRock. He steps back for three from the right side. Doesn't have any rebounders as it goes into the middle of the lane to Brocksterman. Off that miss, Brocksterman has it for Axtell. Quick pass is hit by Herenick, but over to Detweiler. Back to Brocksterman, top of the key. Detweiler has it back on the left wing. 6.5 first quarter, 4-0 Axtell lead. Driving Smelsley, pull-up jumper from the left elbow on the way. Rolling off, right side rebound at the block to Edward Herenick. St. John's Tipton basketball. Herenick far sideline. Behind the back dribble. Picks it up over his head with the pass to Winkler. A college three for Jacob. Banks off the mark. Rebound tapped into the corner and tracked out far side by Brocksterman. The ball was knocked loose. And then it went off of Brocksterman's hand out of bounds. And back to St. John's Tipton. Heads up play there from Gage Stewart for the Blue Jays in that far corner to get the ball back for St. John's Tipton. Herenick to throw it in on the baseline as he's looking at the basket. He's standing to the right of it in between the three-point line and the block. Herenick to throw it in. Lobs it into the corner for Winkler. Jacob back to the left wing, now to Gates. Smelsley draping Herenick, who finds himself open for a second, but Smelsley's right back on him. Driving floater, baseline left short. Rebound off the hand of Smelsley out of bounds. It'll stay right here with St. John's Tipton. As Coach Lance Bergman said, they will be draping and all over Edward Herenick around that three-point line. He's their top shooter for St. John's Tipton from deep. He's made 43s this season. Herenick to throw it in. Needs to get it in and didn't beat the 5-second count. Turnover for St. John's Tipton is officially their first of the game as Axtell has it back with a 4-0 lead. 6:01 in the first quarter. And the inbound play goes to Detweiler. Detweiler, the freshman, into the starting lineup here this season, and Running point, has it right elbow, into the corner, Shaughnessy, open three, nothing but net for Axtell. Colin Shaughnessy giving the Eagles a 7-0 lead. Inbound play to LaRock. Lance Bergman letting them play here. Pressure put on as Gates has it back up ahead to Hrenik. Edward picks up the dribble near half court. Back to Gates. Tyson's got to get to the cross half court and does. Back over to Hrenik on the left wing. Cut off and double team. Free throw line jumper for LaRock on the way. Bounces off the mark. Rebound goes right into the hands of Smelsley for Axtell. Eagles up 7-0. Pass up ahead. This is Detweiler pressured by Gates, and Tyson called for a foul. Trying to get the steal. It's his first, team foul number 2 on St. John's Tipton. 5:21 first quarter. Axtell up 7-0. Substitutions coming into the game for the first time for St. John's Tipton are Gabriel Roderick, 5'11 sophomore, and Coben Schroeder, the 5'11 senior, as Stewart and LaRock each get a breather. Inbound play goes to Grady Bussing on the left wing. He drives in on Winkler. Over to the right side, Brocksterman, another open three. That one bounces high, off the rim twice. Rebound goes to Roderick on the right block. Nice bounce pass to get away from the defense to Coben Schroeder. Coben brings it across half court to the right wing. Hesitation between the legs of the dribble on Detweiler. Picks up the dribble back to Gates. Near side extended on the volleyball spike line on the right wing. 4:57 first quarter. 7-0. Axtell with the lead. Schroeder has it out top. Gets a screen from Hrenik. Drives left lane line. Floater high up and missing. Roderick the rebound. Back up on Bussing. On Shaughnessy. And Gabriel Roderick scores the first 2 of the game for St. John's Tipton. Coming back the other way. The ball is knocked out, stolen away by Edward Hrenik. He wants to run to the rack. Left-handed layup in for Hrenik. And just like that, we're down to a 7-4 Axtell lead. Blue Jays cutting into that after getting down 7-0. Lance Bergman let them play through, and they're within 3. Pass goes left side to Brocksterman. Brocksterman looking back out to the right side wing for Smelsley. Free throw line driving into the lane. Uses that athleticism to go up high. Missed the shot and airballed everything. Shaughnessy had it ripped from behind. Schroeder saves it right to Bussing underneath for a wide open layup from 5. So the Eagles back up by 5, 9-4. Quick outlet up for Winkler as they get it across half court to the left side wing for Schroeder. Out top near half court is that Barton Cougar logo. Just to the left of it is Tyson Gates. 3:50 to play, first quarter, 9-4. Axtell with the lead. Jump step and an extra step. Oh, no, they called a foul on the floor on Axtell. That was beyond a Euro step, but the foul was called before the travel on Tyson. It is team foul number 1 on Axtell here in this first quarter. And the first personal on Grady Bussing for the Eagles here in this one. Bussing checking out of the game. Landon Schmitz is back in, the 5'10 sophomore. He's played just 2 games this year at Sub-State. He had an injury in the end of the fall season. Inbound play for Schroeder. He lobs it near corner for Winkler. Cutting baseline. Hrenik off balance. Throws up a shot and knocks it down from 14 on the right baseline. 4 now for Edward Hrenik. The lead back down to a single possession. 9-6 Eagles. On the left wing. Also in for the first time, Grant Bussing for Axtell. He came in for Detweiler. Bounce pass left side goes to Shaughnessy. Collin out top for Brocksterman at the elbow. Spinning back over. Smelsley fakes right side. Shaughnessy for 3. That one misses. Rebound tips around. It's loose. Roderick rips it out for St. John's Tipton. Blue Jay basketball trailing by 3, 9-6. Roderick drives into the lane. Reverse up and under. Layup is off the mark and a rebound taken out by Axtell. Shaughnessy quick outlet for Schmidt. Back out top, Smelsley steps into a 3. Top of the key, nothing but the bottom for Axtell. Brandon Smelsley with his first 3 of the game, and the Eagles are up 12-6. 2:53 to play, first quarter. Coben setting up the offense on this side for St. John's Tipton. Schroeder guarded out here by Brocksterman. Crossover dribble, gets a screen from Winkler. Turns at the elbow. Hands it off to Roderick. Left side, floater from the left elbow. In there, Gabe Roderick with 4 points early in this one for St. John's Tipton. And it's 12-8. Axtell with the lead. Quick outlet, far side, Brocksterman. Back out top, it goes to Smelsley. He drives, slips on the drive, lost the basketball. It was touched by Winkler out of bounds. It'll stay with Axtell. Winkler trying to plead his case saying he didn't touch it, but it clearly to me looked like he did. Stewart is back into the game. Nicholas Newald was out there for a brief time for Tyson Gates, and he's a 5'8 junior. Gates comes right back in, as does Stewart for Winkler. Inbound play on the baseline for Landon Schmitz for Axtell. 2:27 first quarter, a 12-8 Axtell lead. Brocksterman lost possession of it for a second. Gates is going for a steal. Got to be careful with a foul already here in this first quarter to not pick up a cheap second one. Grant Bussing left side onto the wing. Smelsley steps up left to block. Back out to Brocksterman. Takes it left lane line, driving in, and a offensive foul Brocksterman called for the charge as Gage Stewart takes it for St. John's Tipton. The first foul on Brocksterman, team foul number 3 on Axtell. That's their third turnover, I should say. It's the second team foul. Inbound play for Tyson Gates. Nicholas Newald actually stayed out there as actually Edward Herenick was the one that gets a breather here. Newald across the timeline. One dribble, now two, over to the near side wing. Tyson Gates has it. Gates gets a screen from Roderick, drives free throw line into the middle of the lane, pull-up jumper off the glass and in. Tyson Gates with his first basket of the game, cuts the lead down to 2, 12-10. 1:50 to play, first quarter. Axtell basketball in for the first time. Logan Salmon, a 6'3 freshman. Brocksterman has it, right side into the corner for Schmitz. Schmitz on the dribble drive, jump stop, ball tipped out. Brocksterman has it left wing, and overplayed by him. Newald leaves Brocksterman open, and he buries another three. The second three for Brocksterman, the fourth three for Axtell in this first quarter. 15-10, and the Eagles, a minute and a half to play in quarter number 1. Tyson Gates has it out top with a bounce pass at the elbow. Roderick with it. Had it stripped, got it back. Turns on Smelsley. Right side, Newald with it. Now to Schroeder in the near corner. Coven looking inside. There's nothing there. Brings it back out. Had a screen. The ball was knocked loose. Diving for it, and then it goes out of bounds off of Schroeder as Smelsley was going after the basketball. And it will go back to Axtell. Turnover for the Blue Jays is their third here in this first quarter. Herenick back into the game for Schroeder for St. John's Tipton. Shaughnessy coming back into the game for Axtell. Colin Shaughnessy for Landon Schmidt. 1:12 first quarter. Axtell up 15-10. Brocksterman with 2 threes. Colin Shaughnessy and Brandon Smelsley each have 1 3. That's where 12 of the 15 points have come from for the Eagles. Out top, Shaughnessy fakes on a 3. Good recovery by Herenick. Dribble drive by Brocksterman. Drives into the lane. Floater missing. Rebound ripped out by Stewart. Back over to Gates. Tyson crosses over on the dribble on the right side. Lob pass. Nice speed to Stewart. Layup partially blocked, and then a rebound tipped out. Newald comes out of there with it, though, for St. John's Tipton. A 3 for Herenick. Yes! Left wing, Edward Herenick knocks it down, and he's got 7. The lead is 2 again for Axtell with 35 seconds to play first quarter. 15-13 the score. Far side of the wing, Sandman has it for Axtell. Inside look, Shaughnessy. Backing in, turning, missing on Herenick. Rebound tipped out. Back into the hands of Sandman, who saves underneath. 3 on the way for Brocksterman, left wing, air ball. Then it's headed out of bounds off of Shaughnessy and back to St. John's Tipton. 15.6 on the clock here in this first quarter. Axtell up 15-13. Blue Jays came to play. They've got energy. Coach Bergman's done a nice job of subbing and keeping everybody fresh as well. Like the way the St. John's Tipton squads come out here in quarter 1. Gates walks it across half court with 10 seconds on the clock in the first. Near side to Herenick. Edward gets a screen. Step back 3, right corner for Herenick for the lead. It bounces off the backside on a miss. Rebound, tipped out. Newald got it, but the clock runs out here in quarter number 1. 15-13 the score. Axtell up 2 on St. John's Tipton. Back after the break of the second quarter on Katy Country 94, KatyCountry94.com.
Landau Corporation has been providing proven solutions to their customers for over 50 years. With a worldwide customer base, Landau continues to supply their customers with products of the highest quality materials and workmanship. From the very first line of farm equipment to the very latest lines of products, Landau continues to develop products that exceeds expectations. Whether it is farm equipment, trailers, forklifts, or construction equipment, Landau offers a solution. Landau Corporation wishing the best of luck to the area teams and athletes in today's game.
Cruz Auto Parts is your local CarQuest jobber in Beloit. Stop in now for the hot deals of the month. 16-ounce Seafoam motor treatment is $8.48. 5¼ Lucas fuel treatment, 2 for $10. And 19-ounce Sprayway glass cleaner is $4.99. Get CarQuest Wherever brake cleaner, 2 for $9. Gallons of Shell Rotella T4 heavy-duty motor oil are $19.99. And get a gallon of Mobil Delvac 1 full synthetic or Mobil 1 turbo diesel truck heavy-duty motor oil for $29.99. That's a Cruz Auto Parts, your local CarQuest jobber, serving Beloit and North Central Kansas for over half a century.
We have an exciting game at the start here as Axtell leads St. John's Tipton after 1 quarter in Great Bend. 1A Division II state quarterfinals as St. John's Tipton trails 15-13 with the basketball to start this second quarter. Tyson Gates with the inbound play for Edward Herenick on the far side. Herenick brings it across the timeline. Has it, gets a screen from Winkler and hands it back to Gates. Tyson, between the legs out top. Holding now with actually dribbling and guarded by Smelsley. Gates dribbles left side, lobs on a pick and roll at the elbow. The ball stripped out of the hands of Winkler by Grady Bussing. Up ahead, Schmitz, partially blocked by Herenick. The rebound knocked out of bounds by Tyson Gates. Edward Herenick putting his name in for the possible block of the game from H&R Block and Beloit. Never settle for less. On the alteration of the Landon Schmitz shot. On the inbound, the pass is tipped by Newald, and then he's out of bounds trying to get it back. So the possession will stay with Axtell. And our block of the game from H&R Block of Beloit will be coming up in the post game. We'll have much more in our post game as far as awards are concerned. They get the inbound. Schmitz takes baseline, cut off by Winkler, but sidesteps him, missed the shot. Rebound left block goes to Edward Herenick. Blue Jay basketball with a chance to tie or take the lead with a three. Crossover dribble by Herenick. Started out top, gets a screen there from Newald, but he's already picked up his dribble. Nicholas on the near side picks up his dribble, steps back on Brocksterman, bounce pass inside for LaRock. Turning and lost his pivot foot. He faked on Shaughnessy, and that was one move too many that time for LaRock, and the possession goes back to the Eagles. Inbound play to Brocksterman for Axtell. Over to the far side wing. This is Smelsley with it. Inside, Shaughnessy turns, kicks back out. Free throw line jumper on the way for Bussing. That one misses for Grady, and the rebound to Gates. Quick outlet pass up for LaRock on the left side. He turns on Bussing. Pressure, double team. Ball knocked out by Brocksterman. LaRock got a hand back in there. We have a tie-up, and Axtell will get the possession on the alternating arrow. The Eagles with the basketball and a 2-point lead. 6:44 to play first half. Nobody's scored yet in the second quarter. Axtell basketball. Smelsley with the pass. Right side of the wing for Brocksterman on the bounce. Jordan brings it out, Eli, out top. Drives in. Alters his shot. Somehow throws it up underneath off the basket and in. Eli Brocksterman has 8. And Axtell's back up by 4, 17-13. St. John's Tipton basketball. Gates picks up his dribble, rounded across half court on that Cougar logo. Winkler has it now between the legs of the dribble on the left side. Over to Gates. Tyson lines up a deep college three. It hits front rim and misses. Rebound tapped long. It's still loose. It's off of Shaughnessy. Oh, no. They're saying Axtell basketball. It was off of Shaughnessy. That's not the right call. My angle is perfect, and the official behind the ball called the play, and it clearly looked like it was off of Shaughnessy to me, but they give it to Axtell. Pass goes into Smelsley. 17-13 the score. Pass over to the left side wing. Ball's tipped out by Roderick out top, but Brocksterman tracks it back down for Axtell. 5:57 to play first half. Smelsley has it on the left wing, gets a screen from Shaughnessy. Drives, used his forearm to get space on Herenick and gets called for the charge. There was some lighter contact early on the drive, but then Smelsley put that forearm out, and you could see the separation, and the foul called. We'll give it back to St. John's Tipton on another offensive foul and turnover for Axtell, their first team foul of this second quarter. Schmitz checking out, Detweiler back in. Wyatt, the freshman again. Schmitz, a sophomore. He played well last year as a freshman here at the state tournament for Axtell. Some big defensive plays. Obviously an athletic kid as well. Pretty much everybody for Axtell. Ball's knocked out by Smelsley. He'll throw down if he gets a chance. Nice play by Herenick to strip it away from behind. I saw Smelsley as a sophomore dunk at this state tournament, and I think he had one thing on his mind, and Edward Herenick said, no, that's not on my mind. He strips it away. It's out of bounds off of Edward, and the possession will stay right here with the Eagles. 5:36 to play first half. Still a close one here. 17-13. Axtell leading it by 4. Bounce pass inside, backing in Smelsley. Crosses baseline. Grady Bussing misses a banker way too strong. Grant Bussing, and the rebound off the backside to St. John's Tipton. Gates has it across half court. Gets a screen. Probably got away with an offensive foul as he had an open palm pushing the chest of an Axtell defender, I believe Brocksterman. Roderick has it now. Bounce pass inside. Winkler backing away and gets the bounce and roll. Winkler from 5. Cuts the lead back down to 2. It's 17-15 Eagles. Right side, Detweiler. Taking a couple dribbles, cut off at the elbow. Lobs pass tipped out by Roderick. A steal for Schroeder. Up ahead, Roderick. It's 2-on-1. Roderick underneath to Herenick. Layup in for St. John's Tipton. A nominee for the connection of the game from Cunningham Telephoning Cable. It's tied at 17 with 4:56 in the first half. Timeout Axtell. We're back in 30 seconds on KNDY Country 94 and KNDY.
Have you been saving your pocket change? You might be surprised at just how much has accumulated. Farmway Credit Union now has a fast solution to turn your coins to cash. Bring that container of coins to our Beloit location. Credit union members can use the coin machine for no cost. A minimal fee applies if you're not a member. But maybe now's the time to consider becoming a member. Farmway Credit Union, cultivating the financial well-being of our members by providing resources to achieve financial freedom.
As I said this morning on the sports ticket, this is why we don't play games on paper. Axtell, looking at what they've done this season, a clear favorite coming into this game as number 2 seed at 21-2. St. John's Tipton the 7 at 14-7. I said that's why you come out and play the game, though. We're knotted at 17, 4:55 to play, first half. Axtell basketball out of their timeout as bringing it across half court is Detweiler. St. John's Tipton, again, has come out with great energy tonight, and they've been able to keep people fresh. A double screen for an open 3 out top. Brocksterman missed it. Rebound taken out by Grant Bussing, though, offensively. Brocksterman has it back out top. Over to the far side wing. Smelsley on the dribble drive into the lane. Runner is no good. Another offensive foul taken by Gates Stewart on Brandon Smelsley. That's his second. And it is team foul number 2, the third offensive foul of the game called on Axtell. We stay tied at 17, and the Blue Jays have the possession with Coben Schroeder on the inbound. 2 big offensive fouls on Smelsley in this first half for the Eagles. St. John's Tipton with the basketball. Coben Schroeder to throw it in. Axtell sitting back in their half-court defense here. The officials are chatting about something. I'm not exactly sure what at the moment. They're looking up at the scoreboard up top. They put the wrong number on the foul. It's 25, not 23. So they had Shaughnessy up there on the foul, and that was not correct. Jason Tynan talking to the official here. Probably wants an explanation on the offensive foul. I think they've made the right call on all 3 of the offensive fouls called on Axtell here tonight. Pass or dribble left side. This is Newald with it out to Stewart. Tyson Gates with a crossover dribble. Back out top to Roderick. Gabriel driving. Left lane line. Cut off there. Skip pass right side. Schroeder has to wrap it up. Baseline Stewart. Gage bouncing inside. Looking for Newald. High up off the glass. It misses. Rebound Smelsley at the left block. He comes up the floor, and that's a blocking foul on Tyson Gates. That's not a wise decision by Tyson either. Gates called for his second personal foul. Team foul number 1 on St. John's Tipton. As Gates gets a breather and Coben Schroeder comes back in. Christopher LaRock, Coben Schroeder, Gabriel Roderick, Gage Stewart, Nicholas Newald, the 5 on the floor right now. Letting Heridic get a little bit of a breather right now as well for St. John's Tipton. A 17-all tie halfway through the second quarter. Brocksterman far side, guarded by Roderick. Gets a screen. Pull-up free throw line jumper for Brocksterman. Rattles around and out and then back in for Eli. He's into double figures already with 10. Axtell back up by 2, 19-17. Blue Jay basketball. Schroeder has it right wing, guarded by Detweiler. Goes away from the screen. Drives left lane line. Up with the shot. Floater off to the right, missing. Rebound goes long to Schmitz. Schmitz pushing the floor. Look at it taken all the way for Axtell. But the ball's passed across the lane to Detweiler and stolen by Schroeder. He gets it right back after turning it over or after missing a shot himself. Here's Newald the other way. Pull-up jumper on the way. And running through a screen, Landon Schmitz gets called for a foul for Axtell, I believe. Schmitz is going the other way, and Lance Bergman was coming out because he thought his player was hurt, so he comes back to the sideline as LaRock gets up off the floor. Heridic and Winkler coming back in for St. John's Tipton as LaRock will get a breather, and so will Coben Schroeder. 19-17, Axtell with the lead, 3:25 to play, first half. St. John's Tipton basketball, the inbound play for Edward Heridic on the baseline. Heridic looking in. Not there, now gets it to Roderick on the near side wing. Back out top, deep 3 for Newald, off to the right, missing. Rebound tipped around. Nicholas got it off of a tap. Right lane line floater on the way, left short. Long rebound taken out by Axtell, stripped from behind by Newald as Sandman has it, and they'll have to set up a half-court offense here. Blue Jays putting pressure on. Deep 3 out top from Shaughnessy off front rim, missing, and a rebound goes to Roderick at the left block. Timeout Lance Bergman for St. John. No, they got a tie-up, and the possession arrow will stay with St. John's Tipton. One of the things that I always notice when you come to state and you have 2 3-point lines because you're playing on a college quarter, there are so many threes that get taken behind that college 3-point line because they're just not alert to where they're at. And then they're like, oh, well, this is a little deeper than what I'm used to. Shaughnessy left that one short. Had he shot it from the high school lineup, would have been a much better opportunity to put that one in. 2:56 to play first half. 19-17. St. John's Tipton trailing by 2. A chance to tie or take the lead. Not a good entry pass from Roderick. It's Tipton stolen away by Salmon for Axtell in the far corner. Another turnover for St. John's Tipton. Their 5th of the quarter. Their 8th of the first half. Out top, Brocksterman with it. Dribble drive right lane line. Kicks it back out. Shaughnessy, open 3. Right wing, bouncing off the mark. Roderick taps the rebound with Salmon, and Salmon pushed through that rebound on Roderick and gets called for the foul. Shaughnessy closer that time, but still missed on the three-point attempt. He's 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. Team foul number 3 on Axtell back there. Actually, number 4 on Axtell. And the first personal called on Logan Salmon, the 6'3" freshman. St. John's Tipton basketball. Newald setting up offense, bringing it across the timeline. Near side of the wing, this is Roderick with it. Pull up baseline, head fake on a jumper. Back over to the right side for Winkler. Left side, Herenick. Driving on the left lane line. Left it short on a bank attempt. Rebound stripped out of there by Axtell and Colin Shaughnessy. Eagle basketball with a 19-17 lead. Brocksterman out top for Smelsley at the elbow. Back to Shaughnessy. He drives inside, takes it all the way, falling down, kind of lost his balance, missed the shot attempt, and a rebound to St. John's Tipton. Quick outlet here for Roderick, and a blocking foul on Brocksterman. Number 2 on Eli. 15 foul, and Gabriel Roderick will go to the free throw line for 2 attempts for St. John's Tipton. Blue Jays trailing by 2, 19-17. They've hung with the Eagles all night so far. The inbound free throw coming up again. That was the 15 foul. 2 free throws for Roderick on the season, a 57% free throw shooter. The first one is up and in. 5 points now for Gabriel Roderick. He had a career high 13 against Sodas Bison in the sub-state semifinals back on February 29th. It is now 19-18. Axtell's lead down 2-1. Stewart getting a breather. Schroeder back in for St. John's Tipton. Second free throw for the tie. Bounces off the mark. Rebound taps around. It's still loose. Salmon taps it, and Winkler comes away with it in the near corner. Blue Jay offensive rebound here. Behind the back dribble by Herenick. Feeding inside. Finds Winkler backing in. Little contact. No foul called. And the rebound backside off the air ball to Brocksterman. Winkler putting pressure on, and Brocksterman overshot it. Roderick in the middle of the lane for Herenick. Contact again. The ball knocked loose. Blue Jays keep it, though. St. John's Tipton basketball. Winkler backing in. Puts up a shot against 2 defenders and misses. Rebound goes to Shaughnessy. Eagle basketball. Smelsley had it stripped going up. The ball's tipped out into the corner for Brocksterman. 1:23 to play first half. Axtell up by 1, 19-18. Brocksterman has it on the right side. At the left elbow now. Over to the right elbow. Pull up free throw line jumper for Smelsley's nothing but net. 5 points now for Smelsley. Quick timeout called by Lance Bergman and St. John's Tipton. As Axtell now leads by 3, 21-18. We take a timeout. We're back with more in 30 seconds on Katy Country 94, KatyCountry94.com.
Welcome home. Hometown Insurance Agency provides coverage for what matters to you. Whether it's home, auto, farm, crop, or business, we make insurance better. Count on us to cover life's necessities. With multiple locations, our agents can provide several quotes from various providers, which means you have options. The peace of mind gained from having adequate insurance coverage and trusted service is priceless. Hometown Insurance Agency, proudly serving our hometowns. See Brooke or Lisa in Tipton or Paul in Mankato. Agmark is proud to be a part of the North Central Kansas community and is excited to announce their 25th anniversary. That's right, Agmark LLC began grain operations in May of 1999 and would like to take this opportunity to thank all of the area producers for their support over the last 25 years. Agmark plans to continue the tradition of providing long-term grain marketing solutions. Call Agmark toll-free at 888-848-9979 to visit about the needs of your grain operation.
All right, Dustin Dennis back with you on Katy Country 94 and KNDY. Actually, we're in an extra 30 seconds, but we haven't missed anything because they put the score on the wrong side on that bucket that was made by Smelsley, and it was 21. It should be 21-18. It's 21-20. That's not the right score. It's 21-18. Lance Bergman's going to be as wild that Lance is actually. This would benefit him if it would stay 21-20, and it was. Yeah, there we go. It was 19-18, and Lance is like, there's not a lot of coaches that are going to be like, yeah, go ahead and take the extra 2 that you gave us off the board. And he's like, it's 21-18. That's where we're at. It was 19-18, and then Smelsley knocked down a jump shot, and we're back ready to roll again. St. John's Tipton with the basketball, trailing 21-18, 1:13 to play in the first half. It's been an outstanding game so far. St. John's Tipton hanging right in there with the Eagle. Dribble drive into the lane. Newald over to the near side for Schroeder. Coven, a jump stop might have traveled out top of the key. This is Roderick with it. Axtell's Brocksterman sitting on the bench wanted to travel and didn't get the call. Schroeder now out top with a dribble from Roderick. Drives to the left elbow. Pull-up jump shot on the way for Coven. Bounces off long. Rebound goes to Schmitz. He might have traveled. Rebound goes into the hands off of the foot of Schmitz. Right to Winkler underneath for an easy layup. The lead back down to 1 for Axtell. 21-20. Jacob Winkler has 4 in the quarter. Axtell basketball. Salmon left corner for Detweiler. Picks up, looking, out top, Salmon, right side now. This is Grady Bussing with it at the elbow. Bussing has it back left side for Shaughnessy. On the dribble drive, Shaughnessy spins at the elbow. Winkler's right there to cut him off. Swings it right side, now to Detweiler. Bounce pass baseline. Backing in on Winkler. Oh, that's a tough call on Jacob Winkler. Lance Bergman says it was a foul. He said, yeah, it was a foul, dude. I don't know if I agree with Lance or the official, to be completely honest with you. Winkler looked straight up and made a decent play at it, but gets called for the foul. It's just a second team foul on the Blue Jays, but it wasn't the act of shooting, so 2 free throws coming up for Grady Bussing, who's under 50% on the season. The second personal on Winkler, and Bussing missed the first free throw. Not a terrible foul, but it does put Winkler at 2. Just 17.9 on the clock in the first half. It's an easy substitution to bring Gage Stewart back in for Jacob Winkler, so as to avoid a third foul. And Tyson Gates is on the bench with 2 as well, and trying to avoid that here in the first half. Great strategy, and when you're only down by 1, now 2, it's easy to do. 3 points for Bussing as he makes the second free throw. And on the inbound, Gabe Roderick was not back behind the line. He had a foot over, and it's a turnover for St. John's Tipton. Those kind of turnovers are very, very costly when they're just ones that are mental mistakes there. In this situation, too, with just 17.5 seconds, probably could have held for a final shot. Now Axtell has the ball with an inbound right underneath their own basket. Substitutions, and Smelsley and Brocksterman are back into the game for Axtell. Detweiler wants to throw it in. Looking, lobs out high. Herenick got high with Shaughnessy, but Shaughnessy rips it out of there. Over to the far side. Smelsley into the corner for Detweiler. He had fakes. Right elbow, right lane line jumper is in for Wyatt Detweiler. And just like that, it's a 4-point lead for Axtell. 5 seconds to play in the first half. Herenick steps left side. Looks back over to Roderick. 3 at the buzzer. Banking just off, and that's the end of the first half. Great fight from the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays tonight, though. They trail by 4 at halftime to Axtell, ranked number 4 in the state and number 2 in this tournament seed-wise. Again, it's Axtell 24, St. John's Tipton 20 at halftime. Back with our Keeper Brothers Automotive Halftime Show after the break on Katy Country 94 and KatyCountry94.com and KNDY in Marysville.
For more than 135 years, the First Bank of Beloit has been privileged to serve the greater Beloit community and its citizens. Locally owned and operated, they continue to provide convenient and personalized banking services to all of their customers. As a community bank, they feel it's their obligation to serve and support the Beloit community. Whether you need an auto, business, or ag loan, checking or savings account, or simply want to retire that old piggy bank, First Bank of Beloit, member FDIC, is here for you. Visit them online at firstbankbeloit.com or stop by at 101 East Main in downtown Beloit.
Join the patients who entrust their healthcare to Beloit Medical Center with the powerful tool of knowledge, the gentle hand of compassion, the listening ear of understanding. Doctors Craig Kincannon, Christine Morozes, Jason Cheney, and Carl Fugate, along with nurse practitioners Carrie Adams, Jessica Hawkins, Kendra True, and Brady True, strive to provide quality healthcare for all patients. Serving North Central Kansas patients with a satellite office in Downs. Beloit Medical Center, placing the care in healthcare.
SNS Drug is excited to announce our new and improved pharmacy app, RX Local. The RX Local app allows you to have SNS Drug at your fingertips. RX Local allows SNS patients to refill their prescriptions, have access to your patient medication portal, manage all your family's prescriptions, and directly message SNS staff. New and exciting things at SNS Drug with our new pharmacy app, RX Local.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 6 months you saved for your ultra high-definition flat screen. Just in time for basketball season. And the overtime you work for that third car so your team can drive himself to practice. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or combo, State Farm agent Marty Walters sees your home and car as things you work really hard for. Marty understands what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve. Talk to State Farm agent Marty Walters in Osborne for your home and auto insurance today.
Our local communities are constantly changing. The question is, how can change be good for you? This is Jason Johnson for Solomon Valley Bank in Beloit, member FDIC. If you are concerned about changes with your current banking relationship, you have choices. Solomon Valley Bank would like the opportunity to visit with you about our services. Solomon Valley Bank is a branch of First National Bank and Trust of Phillipsburg, Kansas, which has proudly served Kansas for over 130 years.
We're gonna make it real easy. We're gonna make it.
We have the power. Beloit Auto and Truck Plaza is your North Central Kansas stop for all your electric vehicle needs, or for just a quick charge, relax, and hit the road. We are here with your full new Ford lineup that is ready to be customized to your liking, or see what we have that's on the lot that's sure to turn heads. Come in today or check us out online at BeloitAutoTruck.com.
All right, welcome back to our halftime show, and welcome in on our halftime show presented by Keever Brothers Automotive in Beloit. Keever Brothers, your home team for fast and friendly auto repair. Find them south of the courthouse in Beloit or visit them on the web at KeeverBrothers.com. At halftime, Axtell 24, St. John's Tipton 20. It's been a battle here tonight in Great Bend, and the Blue Jays are right there with the Eagles here at halftime. Again, Axtell coming in clearly a favorite in this game as the number 2 seed at 21-2, playing in a very tough Twin Valley League. St. John's Tipton played in a remotely tough at times Northern Plains League, but they were one of the top 3 teams without question there, finished 14-7. But again, one of the things that I mentioned this morning on the Sports Ticket was that they played a schedule that puts them in a position to have success. They lost to Ellsworth by 3 in the Morris Classic earlier this year, and Ellsworth was a 3A state tournament team, and they were up on Wellsville going into the fourth quarter, but got outscored 16-1 down the stretch, by the way, and lost here tonight to Wellsville as Beloit will move on to play Wellsville in the semis coming up Friday. But again, the St. John's Tipton team lost by just 3 to that Ellsworth team that night. Both teams were kind of tired going into that championship, but still that was a game that put them in a good spot. Clifton Clyde was a team that they played and lost to by 15. Axtell lost to Clifton Clyde by 16. So really, when you look at some of the games that are on the schedule, St. John's Tipton has played Bennington this year, Osborne a couple times, and played well in some games. They did not play well at Sacred Heart and Salina out of the first semester into the second, but again, they've battled and taken on teams of very good caliber throughout the year to prepare themselves for this moment here at State. Again, they trail 24-20 at halftime to Axtell. Leading the way for the Eagles in the first half, Eli Brocksterman had 10. He had 6 in the first quarter on a couple of threes, 4 more in the second quarter. Also for Axtell, 5 points for Brandon Smelsley, 3 points each for Wyatt Dentweiler, Colin Shaughnessy, and Grady Busting in the first half for the Eagles. Again, they have that 4-point lead at the break. St. John's Tipton, led by Edward Derenick, he had 9 in the first half with 7 in the first quarter. Also 4 points for Jacob Winkler in the second quarter. Gabriel Roderick with 5. He had 4 in the first and a free throw in the second. And then 2 points for Tyson Gates in the first quarter as well for St. John's Tipton. Again, the Blue Jays trail 24-20 at halftime to the Axtell Eagles. Earlier today here at the 1A Division II state tournament, the first round games here in Great Bend, as it was in the first game, Dighton cruised 72-26 over Marmotson Valley. Buckland had a 17-point lead on Cunningham in the other quarterfinal on the top side of the bracket, but Cunningham overcame that, ended up winning it by 4, 70-66. So Dighton and Cunningham will play at 2 o'clock in the semis coming up on Friday here in Great Bend, and the winner of this game will move on to the semis at 6 o'clock Friday. The loser's done for the season. The winner plays the winner of Northern Valley against Levo, which will be the final game of the day here in Great Bend. Once again at halftime on the Keever Brothers Automotive Halftime Show. It is 24-20. Axtell leading St. John's Tipton. Take another 2.5 minutes. Back with more of our halftime show after the break on Katy Country 94 and KNDY.
Central Valley Ag is committed to equipping farmers with the most accurate and up-to-date information. Discover how the CVA ACS Innovation Trials unlock valuable insights to maximize your crop's full potential this year. Compare results year after year with the last 6 years of research data from CVA's corn and soybean trials. Visit CVACoop.com to view the 2023 Harvest Data Book. Central Valley Ag.
Looking for competitive insurance quotes? Give Fouts Insurance a call or stop in today at either our Beloit or Smith Center locations to go over current coverages and options. We offer all lines of coverage for both personal and commercial business and represent all the major companies providing competitive rates in North Central Kansas. Check out our website for more information or call 738-3558. That's 738-3558. Fouts Insurance Agency is a locally owned and operated independent agency servicing North Central Kansas since 1981.
Continuing to grow to meet your needs, the Guaranty State Bank and Trust Company, with 100 years under our belt, The Guarantee offers the convenient banking tools you need today. Digital banking services with a Guarantee on the go, along with the traditional banking services from the Guarantee staff you know and trust. Visit GuaranteeState.com or see us in person at any of our 9 locations in North Central Kansas. Member FDIC, the Guarantee, your community bank.
Your tire headquarters is Thompson's OK Tire in Beloit. For light truck to car to tractor, if it's a tire you need or if it's tire related, like balancing or repair, stop by Thompson Tire. Plus, they can align your car's front end and save the life of your existing tires. For new tires and wheels, see the staff at Thompson's OK Tire in Beloit, a proud supporter of the Beloit Trojans and the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays. Wishing them good luck this season.
Well, once again, farmers, it's top dressing time. For the best service, application, and results, trust your local Midway Co-op. Top dressing that ground can cause those little blades to feel all fit and happy as they break through to the sunshine. Putting this application off can be hurtful to your crop and your pocketbook. Be proactive. Midway's still the best way to top dress that weed. So what are you waiting for? Let's talk, friends.
Midway's your best way forward. Midway Co-op's your best way forward.
There's one near you.
Welcome back on Katy Country 94, KatyCountry94.com, KNDY in Marysville. 24-20 the score. Our halftime show get brought to you by Cuber Brothers Automotive in Beloit. Cuber Brothers, your home team for fast and friendly auto repair. Find them south of the courthouse in Beloit or visit them on the web at CuberBrothers.com. Once again, the halftime score, Axtell 24, St. John's Tipton 20. Southeast Saline boys are tied with Cheney at halftime in the 3A boys first round. 26-all in that one. 4 NCAA boys basketball teams making it to the state tournament. 3 in Class 3A. Beloit won their opener 56-42 over Topeka Hayden earlier today to move on to the semifinals. Again, it's Axtell and St. John's Tipton, 24-20 Eagle lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We're back with the second half after the break on Katy Country 94 and KNDY in Marysville.
Success is not given. It has to be earned. It takes grit, a relentless pursuit of your passion, the courage to commit to the daily grind to perfect the skills needed to become a leader in your field. The path to success is different for everyone, but those with grit stand out from the crowd. And at NCK Tech, you can too. They train you, test you, and give you the tools to be successful. All you need is a place to grow your grit. Visit nckTC.edu and learn more. Schedule a campus visit today. Grow your grit. NCK Tech.
All right, we are back on Katy Country 94, KatyCountry94.com, and KNDY in Great Bend. Barton Community College, Axtell leading over St. John's Tipton 24-20. The Eagles will move left to right with the basketball to start the second half. Blue Jays start the same way they started the game with Tyson Gates, Christopher LaRock, Jacob Winkler, Gage Stewart, and Edward Hrenik. Axtell starting the same way as well. They've got Brockstrom and Detweiler, Shaughnessy, Smelsley, and Grady Bussing. Pass over to the near side. Shaughnessy a 3, and that's a hot start for Axtell. They're up 7. They got out to a 7-0 lead with some three-pointers early, and a big 3 to start the second half. It's 27-20. Axtell with the lead. Coming inside is the pass to Chris LaRock, going left block for a shot, and he's fouled. 2 free throws coming up here for LaRock. Christopher to the charity stripe. Second foul called on Grady Bussing. A huge 3 to start this second half for Axtell, up 7. Matching their biggest lead of the game so far. Free throw missing for LaRock as he's got another one coming up. You just look at one shot and it's like, could that there be the backbreaker this early in the second half? Second free throw misses and goes long to Shaughnessy at the left elbow. He played so well in that first half, and you have an opportunity to put him away. Smelsley misses 3, or not put him away, but stay with him, and then they make a 3 to start. Smelsley missed it, an offensive rebound, but a strip by Winkler and a steal for St. John's Tipton. So turnover there for the Eagles as Gates has it on a backdoor cut looking for Hrenik. Edward falling out of bounds, trying to save it, and went right to Smelsley. Smelsley using his athleticism to come up the floor, splits the defender. Winkler lays it up and in. Brandon Smelsley has 7, and a timeout called by Lance Bergman. Not even a minute into the second half, and Axtell's pull out by 9 now, 29-20, as they're actually on a 8-0 run, getting back to the end of that first half. Blue Jays trail by 9, back after the timeout in 1 minute on Katy Country 94 and KNDY.
Roberts Family Funeral Service is a local, family-owned and operated funeral home serving north central Kansas with facilities in Beloit and Cocker City. Their professional staff of licensed funeral directors and embalmers are here to serve you and your family with any pre-need or at-need arrangements. If you have any questions, call Roberts Family Funeral Service at 738-2211.
Should you be screened for lung cancer? Hi, this is Erin Stewart, radiology technologist at Mitchell County Hospital Health Systems, and we offer a low-dose CT lung cancer screening. This screening is used in healthy people with no symptoms, but at high risk for lung cancer. If you are a current or former smoker over the age of 50, you could meet the high-risk eligibility criteria. Talk to your doctor regarding this screening and to be referred to the Mitchell County Hospital Health Systems Radiology Department. Your health is our priority.
Axtell has scored the first 5 points of the second half to take a 9-point lead, their biggest of the game. Lance Bergman wanted to stop any kind of momentum from getting started and takes the timeout. Blue Jay basketball out of the timeout. Axtell with a full court press. They break it up ahead. Winkler looking inside for Stewart. The ball tipped out by Smelsley and stolen away. Up ahead, over the head of Broxham, and Tyson Gates tracks it back down and gets it back for St. John's Tipton. Trying to save it in. Dentweiler threw it off the back of the backboard, which should be out of bounds, but it stays with St. John's Tipton. So no clear turnover there that time as Gates brings it across half court. Bounce pass on the left side for Stewart. Tyson gathered off that pass. It went, like I said, I thought it was off the back of the backboard, which would be out of bounds. Out top, we have a foul actually on the inside offensively called on St. John's Tipton working for position. Called on Christopher LaRock. Number 1 on LaRock and team foul number 1 on St. John's Tipton in the second half. Axtell up 29-20. Again, an 8-0 run into the first half. Again, St. John's Tipton had an opportunity going into halftime to hold for the final shot down by just 2, but they turned it over, and Axtell got a bucket right before halftime to go up 4, and they've scored the first 5 of the second half. 29-20 Eagles. Dribbling left side of the wing. This is Broxman. 6:20 to play third quarter. Broxman jump stop in the lane and a foul on Winkler trying to strip it away. Big one there for Jacob Winkler, his third. Second team foul on St. John's Tipton in this third quarter. Broxman in the act of shooting will go to the free throw line for his first attempts of the game, a 70% free throw shooter for the Eagles this season. He's in double figures, had 10 in the first half, made a couple threes. First free throw rolls over the top, looked like it was going to miss, but spins over and in. 11 now for Broxman, and the lead is 10 for Axtell, 30-20. Eagles have the advantage with 6:18 to play in the third quarter. Second free throw coming up for Broxman. And that one rolls around and in as well. Neither one of them was real smooth, but he got both of them to go. That's all that matters. 31-20 lead and a 10-0 run for Axtell dating back to the end of the first half. 6:12 to play third quarter. Blue Jay basketball trailing by 11. Again, the biggest deficit of the night for St. John's Tipton, continuing to grow here as they're looking for their first points of the second half. Serenic has it, 2 minutes in, drives free throw line, pull-up jumper from the elbow, off to the right, missing off the board. The rebound pulled out by Dentweiler for Axtell. Eagle basketball. Broxterman, left side of the wing, steps back, behind the back of the dribble. Directs Shaughnessy to take the baseline. A screen out top from Blissing. Crossover by Broxterman, dribbles into the corner, hands it off to Smelsley. What do we have? A clear-out offensive foul called on... For a travel, there's not a foul being reported. Apparently, there was a travel there in the corner on the gather. The turnover gives it back to St. John's Tipton. Axtell with their third turnover of the quarter, their 10th of the game. Inbound play for Coven Schroeder. And not coming to meet the ball was Gage Stewart. Schroeder watched the shot attempt out by Broxterman on the deck. A travel called on Axtell and Shaughnessy. So the block there from Coven Schroeder is a nominee for the block of the game from H&R Block of Beloit. Never settle for less. We'll have our connection to the game from Cunningham Telephone Cable in the postgame. The utility player of the game from St. Conn, Kansas. Our player or athlete of the game from S&S Drug and Home Health in Beloit. St. John's Tipton basketball. The inbound goes to Gates. Up ahead to Roderick. Roderick spins, gets back to Gates near half court. Over to the left side for Schroeder. Feeding inside to Stewart. Gage backs in. Too strong with a shot tipped out by Shaughnessy, and a rebound goes to Broxterman. The Eagle basketball. Across the timeline. Bounce pass near side. Smelsley cut off on the baseline by Gates. Change it back out to Broxterman. Bringing it out to the right wing. 5:15 to play third quarter. Axtell up 11. Driving into the left lane line to the rack. Layup in for Eli Broxterman. Another timeout called by Lance Bergman. Can't stop the bleeding right now. 33-20. Axtell up 13. Their biggest lead of the game. A 12-0 run dating back to the end of the first half. And another timeout for Lance Bergman. 5:07 third quarter. 33-20 Eagles. Back after the break on KD Country 94 and KNDY in 30 seconds.
Landau Corporation has been providing proven solutions to their customers for over 50 years. With a worldwide customer base, Landau continues to supply their customers with products of the highest quality materials and workmanship. From the very first line of farm equipment to the very latest lines of products, Landau continues to develop products that exceeds expectations. Whether it is farm equipment, trailers, forklifts, or construction equipment, Landau offers a solution. Landau Corporation wishing the best of luck to the area teams and athletes in today's game.
Axtell opening up a 13-point lead, 9-0 so far in this third quarter. It's a 12-0 run overall, 33-20 in favor of the Eagles. Blue Jay basketball out of the timeout. Gates to Roderick, who comes to meet the ball. Bounce pass up ahead to Schroeder. Coven breaking the press. Dribble drive toward the lane. Step back long two for Schroeder is in. A big shot from Coven. Schroeder for St. John's Tipton as Axtell's 12-0 run and 13-point lead cut down to 11. 33-22 Eagles, 4:49 to play, third quarter. Axtell basketball. Broxman at the free throw line. Brings it over to the near side now to Smelsley. Top of the key to Shaughnessy. Left side Schmitz is in the game now for the Eagles. The sophomore pulls it up at the elbow. Left side to Grant Bussing. Back to Schmitz on the left wing. Out to Broxterman. Deep college three from the left side missing. Shaughnessy the rebound. Brings it back out in the corner off the offensive board. And pressure by Gates. A timeout called by Jason Tonnen as the double team came from St. John's Tipton. Eagles are up 33-22, 4:26 in the third. Back in 30 seconds on Katy Country 94 and KNDY.
Cruz Auto Parts is your local CarQuest jobber in Beloit. They have great fleet and farm savings now, including a quart of Lucas oil stabilizer or fuel treatment for $12.99 and 11-ounce PB blaster for $5.59. 5 gallons of Fram hydraulic, agricultural hydraulic, or tractor fluid are $59.99. 5-gallon Fram 80W90 gear oil $79.99 and 14-ounce Fram high temp grease is just $4.99. Also 55-count Scott shop towels are 3 for $10. These and many more savings now at Cruz Auto Parts, your local CarQuest jobber in Beloit, serving North Central Kansas for over half a century.
4:26 in the third quarter. Axtell 33, St. John's Tipton 22. Eagle basketball in the inbound play coming on the baseline for Landon Schmidt. Axtell calling the timeout to avoid a turnover. Broxterman a three off the inbound. Right side it bounces off the back, missing. Another offensive rebound for Shaughnessy. Blue Jays need to get on the board. Shaughnessy's pass was tipped by Gates on the far side, but right back to Axtell and Broxterman. Schmitz has it now on a double team. Pick and roll look inside. Shaughnessy landed on the foot of Stewart. Kicks it back out and pulls it back out in the corner. Smelsley on the drive, and we have an a defensive foul actually on Schroeder. Coven on a reach, I believe. It is called on Schroeder. That's his first team foul, number 3 on St. John's Tipton in this third quarter. 4:06 to play in the third. The inbound play for Landon Schmitz for Axtell. On the baseline, lobbing, tried to throw it through Hrenik. Edward knocked it loose in a steal. Schroeder has it back up to Hrenik. Hrenik across half court to the left side. Not allowing him a lot of space, and then he dribbled it off of his foot, and it goes out of bounds back to Axtell. Tough turnover there for St. John's Tipton. Eagle basketball, Blue Jay substitution. Nicholas Newall back into the game for Tyson Gates. 3:57 in the third quarter, 33-22 lead. St. John's Tipton has scored just 2 points so far in the second half. Axtell has scored 9. They lead it by 11 after a 4-point lead at the break. Between the legs of the dribble, Broxterman takes the left lane line, cut off by Roderick. Left side, Smelsley. Good recovery by Roderick. Free throw line jumper on the way. Airballed by Bussing and tipped into the hands of Roderick on the block for St. John's Tipton. That was Grant Bussing leaving one well short. Pull-up jumper, left elbow for Newald, and he knocks it down. Nicholas with a big shot there, and we have a injury on the floor for Coven Schroeder. So he's slow to come back to the bench as Tyson Gates checks back in. Newald with his first bucket of the game, and an important one to cut the lead back to single digits at 33-24. 3:29 in the third quarter as the Eagles have the basketball. Salmon back into the game for Grant Bussing. Axtell up by 9, but 4 straight points for St. John's Tipton. Up the floor. Gentweiler lost the basketball, but got it back just across half court. Salmon to the left wing, now to Smelsley. Smelsley back out top for Shaughnessy. 3:18 in the third quarter. Over to the left wing, Broxterman takes a couple dribbles. Right elbow. Smelsley has it. Picks it up back into the corner. Broxterman on the dribble drive. Back to Shaughnessy. He's cut off by Hrenik. Back to Broxterman. Gates playing pressure, tough defense. Salmon hesitates, might have traveled. They didn't call it. Shaughnessy has the free throw line. Kicks it back to Broxterman. Lost it for a second, but hands it back out to Smelsley. Right elbow, fakes on the jumper as Hrenik got in his face and forced him to pull back. Now a 3 open for Smelsley. Front rim missing. Rebound. Salmon fighting for it. We have a tie-up called, and possession will go to St. John's Tipton. Big arrow there is the alternating arrow. Will give it to the Blue Jays. The inbound play for Tyson Gates. 2:49 in the third, 33-24, 9-point lead for Axtell. Blue Jays looking to cut into it a little bit more. Newald across the timeline, pushes the floor. Out free throw line jumper for Nicholas again. This one misses. Rebound for Sandman, and a foul called on the floor on Stewart. That's a tough call on Gage, as it is his first personal, team foul number 4 on the Blue Jays. 2:38 in the third, and it's 33-24 Axtell with the lead and the basketball. The inbound play goes to Detweiler. Smelsley quick up for Broxman, right back to Smelsley. Smelsley across half court. Near corner, Detweiler was open for a second, hesitated too long as Newald was able to close in. A three for Salmon from the left wing, spins around and out. Rebound left block goes to Edward Herenick for St. John's Tipton. Blue Jay basketball. Newald feeding into the corner for Roderick. Gabe, floater from the elbow, rolling around and out. Rebound off of that. No, they called it off of St. John's Tipton and Gage Stewart. Possession back to Axtell. Another tough break there. Could have been either way. It was a 50-50 call, I think, and ends up going to the Eagles. The inbound play for Schmitz. Back to Smelsley. 2:05 third quarter, 33-24. Not quite as much action here in this third quarter as we saw in the first half. Smelsley dribbled around baseline. He got caught up and threw it right to Tyson Gates. I mean, he literally just bounced past it right to Gates, the right block. Good defense again. Herenick thought about firing a deep three, but good closeout by Detweiler. Gates has it again. Dribbles, drives, pull up free throw line jumper for Tyson. Bounces off to the right and misses. Ripped down on the rebound by Smelsley over the top of Gage Stewart. Eagle basketball. Detweiler to the rack and got it to spin up underneath the hoop and roll up over and in. Wyatt Detweiler with his first basket of the game, and it's back to a double-digit lead for Axtell. 35-24, 1:23 to play, third quarter. Roderick has it, pressured by Shaughnessy. He's used his dribble, so he got rid of it to Gates. Back to Herenick. Edward on the dribble drive. Steps back. Good pick and roll look. Underneath Stewart. Missed the bunny again. Rebound backside to Shaughnessy with a behind-the-back dribble to keep it alive for Axtell. Up ahead, Smelsley. Looking into the corner, goes to Broxterman instead. Trailing wide open three is in for Eli Broxterman. His third three of the game. He's got 7 in the quarter, 17 in the game. 14 points is the biggest lead for Axtell, 38-24. 50 seconds to play, third quarter. Crossover dribble by Roderick. Back over the left side, a deep three for Herenick. Misses off the front rim. He shot that from 2.5 feet behind the college three-point line, but an outlet pass is stolen by Herenick. Back over to Newald. Nicholas fires a college level three, missing off the back iron. Rebound is out of there for Axtell and Detweiler. Eagle basketball, the 14-point lead. Broxterman across half court. Out top to Detweiler. Takes a three, goes into the corner. Shaughnessy fakes, drives, baseline all the way. Reverse underneath, layup misses, but a foul called on Edward Herenick. And the possession will stay with Axtell. Free throws coming up here for Colin Shaughnessy. Herenick called for his first personal, team foul number 5 on the Blue Jays. So free throws the rest of this 19 seconds for Axtell, should there be a common foul. First free throw for Shaughnessy is off the back iron and missing. He's a 73% free throw shooter coming into the game. 14-point lead for the Eagles. It's the biggest lead of the game for Axtell, 38-24. Second free throw coming up. Grady Bussing back in for Axtell, coming in for Sandman. And a free throw opportunity here for Shaughnessy, looking to stretch the lead to 15, and it is up and in. Colin Shaughnessy with 7 in the game now for Axtell as they lead 39-24. 24-20 at halftime. Newald has it, steps into a three from the right side. It's halfway down and popped out. Roderick the rebound for St. John's Tipton. Turning, wide open right side. Gates fires a three. Bouncing over the top and missing. Offensive rebound. Newald gets the putback with 3 seconds in the quarter. Nicholas with his second bucket of this quarter. And Shaughnessy fires a half-court three that's off the mark. I don't know if it would have counted had it gone. We're at the end of the third quarter. It's 39-26 in favor of the Axtell Eagles. We're back with the fourth and final quarter after the break on Katy Country 94 and KNDY in 60 seconds.
Have you been saving your pocket change? You might be surprised at just how much has accumulated. Farmway Credit Union now has a fast solution to turn your coins to cash. Bring that container of coins to our Beloit location. Credit union members can use the coin machine for no cost. A minimal fee applies if you're not a member, but maybe now's the time to consider becoming a member. Farmway Credit Union, cultivating the financial well-being of our members by providing resources to achieve financial freedom.
Welcome home. Hometown Insurance Agency provides coverage for what matters to you. Whether it's home, auto, farm, crop, or business, we make insurance better. Count on us to cover life's necessities. With multiple locations, our agents can provide several quotes from various providers, which means you have options. The peace of mind gained from having adequate insurance coverage and trusted service is priceless. Hometown Insurance Agency, proudly serving our hometowns. See Brooke or Lisa in Tipton or Paul in Mankato.
All right, Dustin Dennis with you again here on KD Country 94 and KNDY. 1 quarter remaining. Axtell outscoring St. John's Tipton in that third quarter 15-6 to take a 13-point lead after 3 as the Eagles have the ball moving left to right to start the final quarter. Pass into the near corner for Schmitz, and he's standing out of bounds as he gathers it. So an early turnover in this fourth quarter, the 13th of the game for Axtell. Will give it back to St. John's Tipton. They trail by 13, 39-26 is the score. Blue Jay basketball. Nicholas Newald across the timeline. Looking over to the far side. The ball's knocked loose by Brockstrom, and it's on the deck. He saves it up to Schmitz. Another turnover for the Blue Jays. They're 14th of the game. Out top, they get it to Brockstrom, and he leads away, leading all scores with 17. Got away with a jump step travel. Missed the shot on a block. Shaughnessy off the rebound. Gets the three from the right wing. Shaughnessy in double figures with 10. It's a 16-point lead for Axtell, 42-26. That's now their biggest lead of the game. Blue Jay basketball coming the other way. A three on the way for Newald, misses. Rebound off the backside goes to Grady Bussing. Axtell basketball with Brandon Smelsley brings it across the timeline. Near side now to Brockstrom on the wing. Into the lane, a shot missing for Brockstrom, and he thought he was fouled. Rebound pulled down by St. John's Tipton backside. Quick outlet up for Herenick. Ball knocked loose and stolen out by Smelsley. Smelsley with a pass up ahead. Shaughnessy was falling out of bounds, tried to save it and threw it right to Newald up ahead. Here's Herenick, who hadn't even gotten back on defense for the wide open layup. Edward Herenick into double figures for the 16th time this season. A steal for Gates, missing a three in the far corner. No rebounders were there, though. And a timeout call by Axtell off the board. Edward Herenick cuts it back down to a 14-point game at 42-28. Jason Tana doesn't like what he's seeing from his team right now, getting a little lax as the timeout was called. We're back in 60 seconds. 42-28 Eagles, 6:39 to play fourth quarter.
Agmark is proud to be a part of the North Central Kansas community and is excited to announce their 25th anniversary. That's right. Agmark LLC began grain operations in May of 1999 and would like to take this opportunity to thank all of the area producers for their support over the last 25 years. Agmark plans to continue the tradition of providing long-term grain marketing solutions. Call Agmark toll-free at 888-848-9979 to visit about the needs of your grain operation.
For more than 135 years, the First Bank of Beloit has been privileged to serve the greater Beloit community and its citizens. Locally owned and operated, they continue to provide convenient and personalized banking services to all of their customers. As a community bank, they feel it's their obligation to serve and support the Beloit community. Whether you need an auto, business, or ag loan, checking or savings account, or simply want to retire that old piggy bank, First Bank of Beloit, member FDIC, is here for you. Visit them online at firstbankbeloit.com or stop by at 101 East Main in downtown Beloit.
Welcome back on KD Country 94 and KNDY as Axtell has the basketball after their timeout. The inbound goes to Smelsley as the Eagles are looking to hold on to this lead that they've got. 42-28, 6.5 to play in the game. 1A Division II state first round, the quarterfinals. The winner moves on to the semis Friday at 6 o'clock here in Great Bend. Brockstrom on an extra step after a catch. He felt like he was pushed, but no foul call. 4 turnovers now for Axtell here in this fourth quarter, 16 in the game. Edward Herenick got a quick breather. He's coming back in for Nicholas Newald for St. John's Tipton. Blue Jays with the ball, trailing by 14. Again, they matched energy early in this one. It was 15-13 after one, 24-20 at halftime. Axtell had the lead. St. John's Tipton's never led in this game. Axtell actually jumped out to a 7-0 start in this one. LaRock over to Herenick, a college free, right side left well short. Long rebound in the middle of the lane goes to Grady Bussing for Axtell. Eagle basketball, quick outlet. Brocksterman ahead of the pack. Tyson Gates trying to recover defensively and then ended up falling on his left ankle, and he is down and in some major pain right now is Tyson. And I don't know that this is not, it does not appear to be just a sprain of an ankle here, but we'll wait and see. Tyson's on the court, 6:03 to play in the game, 42-28 the score. And his dad is down there, and it's not looking good here for Tyson. 6:03 to play in the game, 42-28 is our score. And we are back after the timeout on KD Country 94, KDCountry94.com, and KNDY. Axtell leading it by 14. And we'll take at least 2-minute break, I would imagine, here. On KD Country 94 and KNDY, back after the timeout.
Join the patients who entrust their healthcare to Beloit Medical Center with the powerful tool of knowledge, the gentle hand of compassion, the listening ear of understanding. Doctors Craig Kincannon, Christine Morozes, Jason Cheney, and Carl Fugate, along with nurse practitioners Carrie Adams, Jessica Hawkins, Kendra True, and Brady True, strive to provide quality healthcare for all patients. Serving North Central Kansas patients with a satellite office in Downs. Beloit Medical Center, placing the care in healthcare.
SNS Drug is excited to announce our new and improved pharmacy app, RX Local. The RX Local app allows you to have SNS Drug at your fingertips. RX Local allows SNS patients to refill their prescriptions, have access to your patient medication portal, manage all your family's prescriptions, and directly message SNS staff. New and exciting things at SNS Drug with our new pharmacy app, RX Local.
All right, welcome back on KD Country 94 and KNDY. It was a little bit quicker than I anticipated. Tyson was actually literally just lifted up off the floor and taken out and off the floor here for here in Great Bend at Barton Community College for St. John's Tipton. Tyson Gates actually got called for the foul. It was his third. It was team foul number 2 on St. John's Tipton. Team foul number 1 on the Blue Jays. Brockstrom is the free throw line for Axtell. The first one rolls out. He's got another one coming up. Again, he was in the act of shooting. Tyson came across to try to block the shot and then got tangled up and then fell on his left leg. It's a left lower leg injury. That's all I can say for Tyson right now. Second free throw goes in for Brockstrom, and he's got 18, and it's 43-28. Axtell leading it by 15. Blue Jay basketball as LaRock brings it across the timeline. Tyson came out, and it was Roderick coming back in. Winkler, Roderick, Herinick, Newald, and LaRock are out there right now for the Blue Jays. Herinick has it, far side wing, taking a couple dribbles, drives the lane, spins on Detweiler, back out top for Newald. Feeding inside Winkler, backing in on Bussing. Floating runner is rolling off the mark. Rebound foul called on Axtell. Shaughnessy, I believe. We'll wait and see what it is. It is on Colin Shaughnessy, his first personal. Team foul number 1 on Axtell in this fourth quarter. 5:37 to play in the game. Axtell leading it by 15, 43-28. St. John's Tipton with the basketball. LaRock needs to get it in and does. Bounce pass goes to Herinick. Edward fakes, falling out of bounds, saves it into LaRock. 3 on the way from the left corner. Front rim missing. Rebound backside to Smelsley for Axtell. Quick outlet pass up to Detweiler. Ahead of the pack. What a pass. Detweiler with the open layup. Smelsley is the quarterback for the Axtell football team, and he showed it there. 45-28, Axtell with the lead. Blue Jay basketball, 17 points now, the biggest lead of the game for Axtell. Winkler missed the shot. Roderick got the rebound, but he's standing out of bounds as he catches it. Back to the Eagles, leading it by 17 with 5:10 to play. It was a great first half. St. John's Tipton brought the energy that they needed to bring. They stayed right there with the Eagles. Good energy here still for St. John's Tipton, but they're running out of gas, and you can see that. And the injury to Gates obviously is not helping their cause here in this second half. Inbound play. Smelsley bringing it up the floor on the near side. And they got it into the front court, and Bussing threw it back into the back court to Detweiler. Another turnover for Axtell. 5th of the quarter, 17th of the game for the Eagles. Blue Jays with the basketball back, trailing by 17. 5:03 to play in the game. Inbound play to Nicholas Newald for St. John's Tipton at the Cougar paw, just across half court. Far side, Newald at the elbow, throws one up to the basket that misses. Bussing rips the rebound out. That's Grady for Axtell. And the Eagles have it back. Brockstrom on the near side wing. Detweiler into the corner it goes now. This is Shaughnessy with it. Out top, Bussing. Left side falling down off the dribble. The ball's knocked loose, but Schmelsley comes back with it for Axtell. Double team on Detweiler. Back to Schmelsley. Near side, this is Grady Bussing. Right back to Schmelsley. Splitting through the fenders on the right block and laying it up and in. Brandon Schmelsley has 9 for the Eagles, and it's 47-28, a 19-point lead. The Blue Jays have scored just 8 points this entire second half. 4:19 to play in the game. Winkler has it, dribbling out top. Bounce pass over to LaRock. Head fake there. Drives baseline. Reverse layup is in there for Christopher LaRock. They put the pressure on as the Blue Jays back within 16, 46, or excuse me, back within 17 at 47-30. 3:58 in the ball game. Out top, this is Detweiler with it. Back over the left wing, Schmelsley. Top of the key to Bussing, right side Detweiler. Gets it back over to Shaughnessy. Into the corner now for Bussing. Feeding, free throw line, jumping into the middle of the lane. The ball's tipped out and taken away by St. John's Tipton up ahead. Roderick ahead of the pack. Missed the layup, though. Rebound ripped out by Schmelsley. Axtell basketball, a 3 for Shaughnessy from the college line. Spins around and out. Offensive rebound, Grady Bussing back out top to Detweiler. Over to Broxman on the near wing. Dribble drive at the left elbow, pulling up. No, Schmelsley has Shaughnessy open. A foul from behind on Hrenek as Shaughnessy missed the shot. But 2 free throws coming up here for Collin. 1 for 2 from the line so far in the game. Axtell needs to hold off for the next 3:16. A 17-point lead for the Eagles over the Blue Jays. Again, great and max effort early in this one for St. John's Tipton. Felt like they could hang, and they did in the first half. Shaughnessy knocks down the free throw for Axtell. He's at 11 now, 2 for 3 from the line. 48-30. Axtell leading it by 18. Winkler checking out for St. John's Tipton, the 6'2 senior. Also Nicholas Newald checking out, the junior for the Blue Jays. As Stewart came back in, as did, actually for the first time, Ryder Allen's out there for St. John's Tipton. Second free throw missing for Shaughnessy. Brandon Schmelsley, though, gets a steal and lays it up and in. He's got 11, and it's now 50-30. Now a steal. Schmelsley ahead of the pack. Stuffs it. The dunk for Brandon Schmelsley off the turnover. I told you earlier in the game, he had one thing on his mind in the open court, and he does it again. Schmelsley with 4 straight points. He's got 13 in the game off the takeaway and dunk. It's a 22-point Axtell lead, 52-30. Timeout, Lance Bergman, back in 60 seconds on Katy Country 94 and KNDY with 3:03 remaining.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 6 months you saved for your ultra high-definition flat screen. Just in time for basketball season. And the overtime you work for that third car so your team can drive himself to practice. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or combo, State Farm agent Marty Walters sees your home and car as things you work really hard for. Marty understands what your things really mean to you and is here to help you give them the protection they deserve. Talk to State Farm agent Marty Walters in Osborne for your home and auto insurance today.
Our local communities are constantly changing. The question is, how can change be good for you? This is Jason Johnson for Solomon Valley Bank in Beloit, member FDIC. If you are concerned about changes with your current banking relationship, you have choices. Solomon Valley Bank would like the opportunity to visit with you about our services. Solomon Valley Bank is a branch of First National Bank and Trust of Phillipsburg, Kansas, which has proudly served Kansas for over 130 years.
St. John's Tipton basketball out of the timeout. Axtell leading 52-30. 3 minutes to play in the game. Roderick has on the far wing for the Blue Jays. The jump stop and then forced up a 3 that was not going to have enough strength because he was falling away. Misses everything by about 1.5 feet, and it goes out of bounds back to Axtell. They talk about the Blue Jays getting tired and running out of gas, and that's probably Exhibit A here tonight. Axtell basketball, the 22-point lead. Schmelsley to the near side. Firing a 3 is Grant Bussing. It's off the front rim, missing. Bussing is the first 3-point attempt of the season. Rebound pulled down by St. John's Tipton. LaRock has it on the far side wing. Driving baseline, trying that reverse again, and the ball swatted out by Broxman. Back up ahead to Schmelsley. Going up again. One-handed jam. The tomahawk from Brandon Schmelsley. 2 straight dunks for the Axtell junior, and it's 54-30. 2:14 to play in the game. Back out top, this is LaRock with it. Feeds over to the elbow. Hrenek falling away, misses the shot short, and a rebound pulled down by the Eagles. Schmelsley up ahead with 2 minutes to play and a 24-point lead. Near corner. Bussing to Brocksterman. Takes one dribble back over to Smelsley. Left side, 1:50 to play. Smelsley holding over there. It's the elbow to Broxman. Smelsley too strong on the shot attempt. Rebound tipped around and taken out by Ryder Allen for St. John's Tipton. Quick outlet pass up ahead. Roderick bobbled it and lost it out of bounds. That's a microcosm of how the second half has gone for the Blue Jays. Another turnover for St. John's Tipton. As Ryder Allen and Christopher LaRock checking out. Seniors for this team getting a little bit of a curtain call there. Winkler comes back in, as does Stewart, two seniors for St. John's Tipton. The inbound play going to the Eagles. Smelsley, Sandman into the corner looking for Schmitz, and curling baseline. Blissing wasn't ready for the pass. It's stolen away by Winkler. Axtell's turned it over 7 times here in this quarter. Winkler comes up the floor, lobs it back out to the top of the key to Newell. Nicholas on the drive on the lane line, a reaching foul on a shot attempt, I believe. Should be 2 free throws here from Newell. We'll see if they call this on the next, so they're going to call it on the floor. It's called on Landon Schmitz, his second, team foul number 2 on Axtell here in this fourth quarter. So on the floor, the inbound coming for the Blue Jays. Axtell clearing off their bench. Lucas Talbot, the 6-foot sophomore, coming in for the first time. Dalton Heinen, I believe, is out there as well. They have Blaze Bussing, the 6-foot junior. And Heinen did check in, 6'2 junior. Inbound play to Winkler, finds a lane and lays it up and in. Jacob Winkler with his first points of the second half. He's got 6 in the game. 54-32 the score. Also out for Axtell is Gavin Shaughnessy, 6'2 junior, and he gets called for a travel over on that far side. Salmon came back in for Axtell. He'd already been in the game. 8 turnovers in the fourth quarter for the Eagles. They've turned it over 20 times tonight. They only averaged 13 a game. Crossover by Herenick with 1 minute to play in the game. Axtell up 54-32. Again, Tyson Gates out with the injury earlier in this quarter. Step back deep 3 from Edward Herenick is off the front rim and missing. Nice rebound and put back underneath. Missed the shot. Did Newell, but a foul from behind is called. That's not a foul on the floor. How's that not on the shot? He's putting up a rebound and shooting. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a 22-point game with 51 seconds left. That was clearly on a shot attempt. Talbot called for his first personal. Schroeder checking in as Newell to get a breather. Inbound play coming for Jacob Winkler. 13 foul called on Axtell. And I'm baffled at the call there. The inbound goes to the corner for Herenick. Again, like I said, 2 points not going to make the difference in a 22-point game. Winkler fires a 3 that misses, and a rebound goes to Gavin Shaughnessy for Axtell. Pressured by Winkler, trying to get a steal here, but he gets it out to Sandman. Winkler keeps the pressure going, but up ahead to Shaughnessy across half court. Trying to bounce pass into the near corner for Heinen. That's out of his reach and out of bounds. Another Axtell turnover. It's their 9th of the fourth quarter. Subbing in for the first time for St. John's Tipton, 6'1 sophomore John Mick, as Jacob Winkler gets his curtain call. The senior checking out of the game, and we'll have a curtain call coming up here for Gage Stewart as well. Or excuse me, not for Stewart. Coming in for Coven Schroeder. The senior getting a curtain call. As in for the first time is Caden Raby, the 5'6 sophomore. Lance Bergman doing this on purpose, separating and substituting each person individually. Another curtain call coming in for Gage Stewart. And now your final senior checking out of the game is Christopher LaRock for St. John's Tipton. Classy move by Coach Bergman to get everybody a chance to get their round of applause and standing O from the St. John's Tipton crowd. Greg Walters out there for the first time, a 6-foot sophomore for the Blue Jays. Mick fires inside looking for Allen. Ball knocked out from behind by Heinen. It'll stay right here with the Blue Jays. Inbound for Allen on the baseline. 25.5 on the clock. Axtell leading 54-32. It was 24-20 at halftime. It has been a 30-8 second half for the Eagles. Mick on the inside. Had it tipped from behind. It goes out of bounds and stays here with St. John's Tipton with 20.8 on the clock. Another opportunity coming up for St. John's Tipton to put points on the board and try to score before the end of this one. Herenick looking out top. Allen didn't know the ball was for him. It goes into the backcourt. Raby touches it last, and it's a turnover for the Blue Jays. It is their 5th of the quarter, their 18th of the game. 14.8 on the clock, a 54-32 lead for the Axtell Eagles. The inbound play. Shaughnessy to the near side now. Talbot thought about the 3, but gets it to Sandman. Out top 3 on the way. That one misses. Long rebound goes back to Sandman. Shaughnessy fakes, 3 seconds to play. Talbot steps back over to the right side. Heinen, he won't shoot anything before the clock expires. St. John's Tipton battled for a half as they trailed 24-20 at the half, but they were outscored 30-8 in the second half, and Axtell wins it by 22, 54-32, your final score. The Eagles moving on to the semifinals coming up on Friday at 6 o'clock here in Great Bend. St. John's Tipton finishes their year at 14-8. Axtell improving to 22-2 on the season with the win. Again, it's Axtell 54, St. John's Tipton 32. Back to wrap this one in our post game. Coming up from Becker Autos and Trailers Camper Supercenter after the timeout on KD Country 94 and KDCountry94.com.
You can trust your friends at Beloit Auto and Truck Plaza to take the mystery out of used car shopping. We are your trusted source for the finest pre-owned vehicle. Yes, folks, our certified pre-owned lineup is an all-star cast of domestic and import superstars. Only the very best of the best achieve certified status after our 120-point inspection. Each and every one comes backed with a 100,000-mile warranty. So relax, it's certified. Look no further than BeloitAutoTruck.com.
Central Valley Ag is committed to equipping farmers with the most accurate and up-to-date information. Discover how the CVA ACS Innovation Trials unlock valuable insights to maximize your crop's full potential this year. Compare results year after year with the last 6 years of research data from CVA's corn and soybean trials. Visit CVACoop.com to view the 2023 Harvest Data Book. Central Valley Ag.
Looking for competitive insurance quotes? Give Fouts Insurance a call or stop in today at either our Beloit or Smith Center locations to go over current coverages and options. We offer all lines of coverage for both personal and commercial business and represent all the major companies providing competitive rates in North Central Kansas. Check out our website for more information or call 738-3558. That's 738-3558. Fouts Insurance Agency is a locally owned and operated independent agency servicing North Central Kansas since 1981.
The Guaranty State Bank and Trust Company understands in today's rapidly changing environment with inputs above normal, your machinery and equipment still need to be updated. We can help you remove some uncertainty by locking in attractive fixed rates. Please contact us as we have a special rate offering on new and used purchases of machinery and equipment for your financing option. Serving your needs for 100 years and more to come. The Guaranty State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. Approval and underwriting will apply.
Your tire headquarters is Thompson's OK Tire in Beloit. For light truck to car to tractor, if it's a tire you need or if it's tire related, like balancing or repair, stop by Thompson Tire. Plus, they can align your car's front end and save the life of your existing tires. For new tires and wheels, see the staff at Thompson's OK Tire in Beloit, a proud supporter of the Beloit Trojans and the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays. Wishing them good luck this season.
All right, welcome in on our post-game show brought to you by Becker Autos and Trailers Camper Supercenter, Highway 24 in Beloit. See them for the latest trailers, campers, and used vehicles. They're at Becker Autos and Trailers Camper Supercenter. The Axtell Eagles winning 54-32 over St. John's Tipton to move on to the state tournament semifinals, where they will play the winner of the next game between Northern Valley and Lebo, coming up at 6 o'clock on Friday here in Great Bend. Again, the Eagles picking up this win by 22 in the end. 54-32 is the final. Again, at halftime, it was 24-20. Axtell jumped out to a 7-0 lead in this game, and St. John's Tipton, Lance Bergman let them play through, and they hit a couple shots to cut it down to 3 at 7-4, and then fought back into the game and actually tied it at 17 apiece. And then Axtell took a 21-18 lead. They got it back within 1 at 21-20. And free throw from Axtell made it 22-20. And then St. John's Tipton had the ball in the final 15 seconds and ended up having a turnover down on the Axtell end of the floor. And Axtell got to inbound underneath their own basket, and it was Detweiler that knocked down a shot right before the end of the first half to put Axtell up 24-20. And I'm thinking in my mind right there, I'm like, you had a chance to have the ball here with the final shot in the first half and possibly take a lead or at least tie it with 2, right? And then they had the turnover, and I just had this weird feeling in my gut when it happened. It's like you had that opportunity, and then Axtell gets the bucket to end the first half, and then they open the second half on a 9-0 run to take a 33-20 lead. And I made the note on the 3 by Colin Shaughnessy right out of the gate in the second half to go up 27-20 because I'm like, I said it at the time, and I was just in my mind. It's like, I don't know if there's such thing as a dagger on your first make of the second half to go up by 7, but it was just, it didn't feel good at that moment after the way the first half ended and then the three-pointer to start the second half. The effort was there all night tonight from St. John's Tipton, and you could tell by the end of this thing they had run out of gas. Axtell's so athletic. so talented with everything that they do. And it's tough. It's tough to compete with what you're seeing there. And Axtell had the athletes and had the attrition to keep going tonight. St. John's Tipton just kind of ran out of gas. They had the injury to Tyson Gates there in the fourth quarter as well. And it seemed like anything that could go wrong for the Blue Jays in the second half did. And Axtell pulls away, getting a couple big dunks from Brandon Smelsley down the stretch as well, as the Eagles won it by 22, 54-32. They're now 22-2 and out of the semifinals here at the 1A Division II state tournament. Leading the way for the Eagles was Eli Brocksterman with 18 points. He is our athlete of the game from S&S Drug and Home Health in Beloit, so congratulations to him. And had a fine game. He hit 2 big threes early, had 10 at halftime, 7 more in the third quarter, just a free throw in the fourth. Again, 18 for Brocksterman. Brandon Smelsley finished with 15, 8 of those coming in the fourth quarter. And also in double figures, Colin Shaughnessy had 11, including 3 3-pointers in the ball game. Brocksterman made 3 threes. Again, Axtell moving to 22-2 with this victory, and they'll play again either Lebo or Northern Valley in the semis coming up on Friday here in Great Bend. For St. John's Tipton, just 1 in double figures. Edward Herenick had 11. He had 7 of those in the first quarter, really hot and staying right there with Axtell. And part of the reason was because of Herenick there. And again, he had 7 in the first quarter, 9 in the first half, and held to just 2 points. He had a bucket in the fourth quarter, and he had 11. The only player that really sniffed double figures, Jacob Winkler, finished with 6 after getting a bucket in the fourth quarter. 5 points for Gabriel Roderick all in the first half, 4 of them in the first quarter. And then rounding out scoring for the Blue Jays, 2 points each for Coben Schroeder, Christopher LaRocque, and Tyson Gates for St. John's Tipton. I need to double-check to see if we had any double-doubles here tonight. We did not. Actually, we did. Colin Shaughnessy had 10 rebounds. 4 of those were offensive. Offensive rebounds were 12-11. I actually figured it would probably be worse than that. St. John's Tipton did get out-rebounded by 13, 43-30 in the end in this game. They had 22 turnovers to 26 for Axtell. Actually missed a few for Axtell, apparently. And then, again, the final was 54-32 as far as the score was concerned. Again, a double-double for Colin Shaughnessy with 11 points, 10 boards, 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists for Brandon Smelsley, 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 steals. Smelsley had 5 steals, by the way, 4 steals for Eli Brocksterman, for the Axtell Eagles. Once again, the final score, Axtell 54, St. John's Tipton 32. All right, our block of the game from H&R Block of Beloit for all your tax bookkeeping and payroll needs, the expertise you deserve at H&R Block of Beloit. Never settle for less. We're going to give that to Coben Schroeder on a block shot that he had of Eli Brocksterman in the third quarter. The senior Schroeder getting the block of the game here tonight. The connection of the game from Cunningham Telephone and Cable. Connect with us, and that's going to go on an assist from Roderick to Herenick in the second quarter. Again, that's our connection of the game from Cunningham Telephone and Cable. Connect with us. Our utility player of the game from Syncon of Kansas with 3 locations in Kensington, Belleville, and Downs for all of your aggregate needs. Or you can give them a call, 785-476-2221, or visit them on the web at synconofkansas.com. We can bring you the utility player of the game. And I'm going to go ahead and give that one to Gabe Roderick. He came in with a lot of energy early in the game and did some good things for the Blue Jays tonight. Roderick finished with just 5 points, as we mentioned, but he did have 6 rebounds and a couple assists, couple steals. Played 23 minutes tonight for St. John's Tipton, and they were important minutes. And again, he provided a spark when he did come in that first half for the Blue Jays. Gabriel Roderick is our utility player of the game for Syncon of Kansas. All right, we're going to take one more time out here. Take at least let's take a 2.5 minute break here. Lance Bergman usually comes up to talk with us, and we hope that he will do that in the post-game show here on Katy Country 94. So he's the coach of the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays. We'll take another time out. Back more on our post-game from Becker Auto Trailers Campus Supercenter, Highway 24 in Beloit after this 2.5 minute break.
At Midway Co-op, we're proud to be North Central Kansas' exclusive Kugler fertilizer dealer. It's unique. It's a specialty fertilizer with low salt, allowing for direct seed contact. It offers unparalleled results at harvest, often imitated but never duplicated. Count on the premium Kugler fertilizer. It's the right stuff for your field, and we're glad to custom apply it for you if needed. Midway Co-op and Kugler fertilizer, the right choice to increase your crop opportunity throughout North Central Kansas. It's ordering time. Let's talk.
Success is not given. It has to be earned. It takes grit, a relentless pursuit of your passion, the courage to commit to the daily grind to perfect the skills needed to become a leader in your field. The path to success is different for everyone, but those with grit stand out from the crowd. And at NCK Tech, you can too. They train you, test you, and give you the tools to be successful. All you need is a place to grow your grit. Visit nckTC.edu and learn more. Schedule a campus visit today. Grow your grit, NCK Tech.
Roberts Family Funeral Service is a local, family-owned and operated funeral home serving north central Kansas with facilities in Beloit and Cocker City. Their professional staff of licensed funeral directors and embalmers are here to serve you and your family with any pre-need or at-need arrangements. If you have any questions, call Roberts Family Funeral Service at 738-2211.
March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and now is a good time to get screened. Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths in both men and women, and one of the most preventable. Screening is important because early colon cancers do not produce symptoms, and treatments work best when identified early. If you're 45 or over, call your physician today to schedule your colon screening. This important screening can save your life. Mitchell County Hospital Health Systems, providing quality health care close to home.
Landall Corporation has been providing proven solutions to their customers for over 50 years. With a worldwide customer base, Landall continues to supply their customers with products of the highest quality materials and workmanship. From the very first line of farm equipment to the very latest lines of products, Landall continues to develop products that exceeds expectations. Whether it is farm equipment, trailers, forklifts, or construction equipment, Landall offers a solution. Landall Corporation wishing the best of luck to the area teams and athletes in today's game.
Cruz Auto Parts is your local CarQuest jobber in Beloit. Stop in now for the hot deals of the month. 16-ounce Seafoam motor treatment is $8.48. 5¼ Lucas fuel treatment, 2 for $10. And 19-ounce Sprayway glass cleaner is $4.99. Get CarQuest Wherever brake cleaner, 2 for $9. Gallons of Shell Rotella T4 heavy-duty motor oil are $19.99. And get a gallon of Mobil Delvac 1 full synthetic or Mobil 1 turbo diesel truck heavy-duty motor oil for $29.99. That's a Cruz Auto Parts, your local CarQuest jobber, serving Beloit and north central Kansas for over half a century.
All right, Justin Dennis back with you here on KD Country 94 and KDCountry94.com on our post-game show as the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays see their season come to a close tonight, falling 14-8, falling 54-32 was the final score. As the Blue Jays see their season come to a close, first round of the state tournament, again, the 10-year anniversary of the first time St. John's Tipton made it as a cooperative team to state. And they won a state championship 10 years ago. This year they fall in the first round. A very good Axtell team. We knew it would be an uphill climb and a tough battle for the Blue Jays, and they fall by 22 in the end after trailing by just 4 at halftime. Again, it was St. John's Tipton losing to Axtell tonight 54-32. The energy was there. Great game. We do want to congratulate the seniors for St. John's Tipton, Coben Schroeder, Christopher LaRock, Jacob Winkler, and Gage Stewart all had great careers. Daniel Eilert, somebody that would have just been outstanding for St. John's Tipton. He had an injury during summer basketball that forced him to miss his entire senior season as far as sports are concerned. So Daniel Eilert would have been, this team would have been so much different if Daniel had been able to play this year. But he worked this year, actually helped Coach Bergman with some of the coaching in the game, and obviously was kind of listed as a manager because he can't be a coach as a player probably. I don't know how all that works, but Daniel was a huge part of this program over the last 4 years, and again, very unfortunate that he was not able to play here as a senior, but again, provided a lot for this team in 2023-24 for them to get to this state tournament here for the second year in a row and the sixth time in program history since the St. John's Tipton Cooperative began back in the 2010-11 season. St. John's Tipton, again, falling 54-32. Big thanks to all the sponsors for bringing the broadcast to you here tonight. They include Cruz Auto Parts and Beloit Farmer Credit Union, Hometown Insurance Agency in Tipton, Agmark LLC, First Bank of Beloit, Beloit Medical Center, S&S Drug and Home Health, Beloit, State Farm Insurance, Marty Walters Agent, Solomon Valley Bank, Beloit Auto and Truck Plaza, Central Valley Ag, Founts Insurance, the Guarantee State Bank and Trust Company, Thompson OK Tire, and Beloit Midway Co-op, NCK Technical College, and Beloit Roberts Family Funeral Service, Mitchell County Hospital Health Systems, and Landall Corporation as well. Thoughts are with Tyson Gates, who went down with the injury in the fourth quarter as well. Tyson has a good penchant for getting injured when I'm doing games. Tyson's my cousin, and I think people might know that are listening back home. But I've seen him go down with injuries a little bit too much this season. St. John's Tipton falls 54-32. Again, Axtell tonight led by Eli Broxman with 18. He was our athlete of the game from S&S Drug and Home Health. Beloit 15 for Brandon Schmeltley, and 11-point, 10-rebound double-double for Colin Shaughnessy. The Eagles move on to the semis coming up on Friday, where they will take on either Northern Valley or Lebo. I'm going to wrap up the Axtell part of this broadcast right now. So, Max, if you're listening back home at KNDY, you can probably wrap here. I'm going to take one more time out on KD Country 94. And when we return, we'll wrap it up on the post-game show from Becker Autos and Trailers Camp Supercenter Highway 24 in Beloit with Lance Bergman, the coach of the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays, on the post-game. St. John's Tipton falls tonight. Axtell with the win, 54-32.
Have you been saving your pocket change? You might be surprised at just how much has accumulated. Farmway Credit Union now has a fast solution to turn your coins to cash. Bring that container of coins to our Beloit location. Credit union members can use the coin machine for no cost. A minimal fee applies if you're not a member, but maybe now's the time to consider becoming a member. Farmway Credit Union, cultivating the financial well-being of our members by providing resources to achieve financial freedom.
Welcome home. Hometown Insurance Agency provides coverage for what matters to you. Whether it's home, auto, farm, crop, or business, we make insurance better. Count on us to cover life's necessities. With multiple locations, our agents can provide several quotes from various providers, which means you have options. The peace of mind gained from having adequate insurance coverage and trusted service is priceless. Hometown Insurance Agency, proudly serving our hometowns. See Brooke or Lisa in Tipton or Paul in Mankato. Agmark is proud to be a part of the North Central Kansas community and is excited to announce their 25th anniversary. That's right, Agmark LLC began grain operations in May of 1999 and would like to take this opportunity to thank all of the area producers for their support over the last 25 years. Agmark plans to continue the tradition of providing long-term grain marketing solutions. Call Agmark toll-free at 888-848-9979 to visit about the needs of your grain operation.
For more than 135 years, the First Bank of Beloit has been privileged to serve the greater Beloit community and its citizens. Locally owned and operated, they continue to provide convenient and personalized banking services to all of their customers. As a community bank, they feel it's their obligation to serve and support the Beloit community. Whether you need an auto, business, or ag loan, checking or savings account, or simply want to retire that old piggy bank, First Bank of Beloit, member FDIC, is here for you. Visit them online at firstbankbeloit.com or stop by at 101 East Main in downtown Beloit.
Join the patients who entrust their healthcare to Beloit Medical Center with the powerful tool of knowledge, the gentle hand of compassion, the listening ear of understanding. Doctors Craig Kincannon, Christine Morozes, Jason Cheney, and Carl Fugate, along with nurse practitioners Carrie Adams, Jessica Hawkins, Kendra True, and Brady True, strive to provide quality healthcare for all patients. Serving North Central Kansas patients with a satellite office in Downs. Beloit Medical Center, placing the care in healthcare.
Well, welcome back here on Kitty Country 94, kittycountry94.com on a post-game show. Again, the Beloit Trojans won earlier today to move on to the semifinals of the 3A state tournament. The Southeast Saline Trojans picked up a win over Cheney as well at 3A. Just a couple other notes before we get back into our post-game show here. Southeast beating Cheney 54-51. So Southeast moving on to the semis in Class 3A. Once again here tonight in Great Bend. Axtell winning over St. John's Tipton 54-32. As the Blue Jays finish their year at 14-8, Axtell moving to 22-2 on the season. Again, Axtell just an athletic and outstanding group that has had a great sports season, both in football and basketball again here in 2023-24. Football team, three-time state champions, and the basketball team looking to take a title for the first time. They've won one championship back in 2013. St. John's Tipton had won one coming in as well in 2014. So again, both these teams no strangers to the state tournament. As, again, Axtell wins by a final of 54-32. And Lance Bergen will be joining us here momentarily on our post-game show, the head coach of the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays. Again, our post-game show is brought to you by Becker Autos and Trailers Camper Supercenter, Highway 24 in Beloit. See them for the latest trailers, campers, and used vehicles. Again, St. John's Tipton falling tonight to Axtell. Final score of 54. I'm going to take my whole equipment with me. 54-32, the final score. Axtell gets the victory here tonight. Well, Coach Bergman, boy, you matched the energy in the first half. There's no question about that. And you came out, and they got up 7-0. And in my mind, I was like, maybe you time out, maybe one more basket, and you let them play. And they got back within 7-4, and it was a close game the whole first half. There was one point where my gut sank. There was 2 points where my gut sank. At the end of the first half, when he had a chance to tie it, and he turned it over and gave them a chance. And they got the shot going into halftime. Gut definitely sank when they made the three to start the second half on Shaughnessy's three. And you're down 7 just like that. When it's 2 with a chance to tie, maybe take the lead with a 3. I said, I don't know if I can call a first shot of the second half a dagger, but just the momentum and the way that went at the end of the first, end of the start of the second, it was tough for you. And you guys you obviously ran out of gas in this one. Axel's so good and very athletic, but, man, you matched the energy and you brought it tonight and did a lot of great things in the first half and really hung with them tonight.
We executed in the first half, Dusty. We executed the game plan. We controlled their transition. We got the rebounds. Offensively, we were able to match them as far as not being afraid of their physicality and their defense. I thought we were aggressive in the first half. But you're right. As soon as we stepped over the line on that turnover, I turned around, they score. I said, we got to get a stop here. This has to be a stop. They get the 2 points, and I look up in the crowd, and it just happened to be Dave Stover, the assistant coach from Norton. I looked at him. I said, that one hurt. That hurt bad. Mm-hmm. And then I talked to him. We even tried to draw up some of the plays I had seen on film. I said, they're going to go for a 3. It's going to be either Broxterman, I think is his last name, or, obviously the Shaughnessy kid, who's their best three-point shooter statistically. We knew that. And unfortunately, we got too deep, and we gave up that 3, and it was the dagger because we didn't score. And then they just kept extending. And if we could have got a stop, we might have tied it. Like you said, we might have tied it. And then I think the momentum's a whole lot different.
Yeah.
But, that shot hurt. And that was where I wish I could switch ends and go down on the defensive end, because when the defense was down with me, I'm able to talk to the kids. I'm able to tell them where they're at. I'm able to talk about help recover, get there, and all that kind of stuff. And you could tell we were doing an excellent job of taking away the lane, but we were running them off the three-point line the first half. Second half, we were back too deep, and they were just hitting the shots that, you can't leave them open and let them hit that shot. You got to trust each other and trust that your defense is there. And I'm not trying to brag about myself helping them on defense, but they can hear me talk. They know where to go. They know what's going on, and they believe in it, and they can hear it. Where in the second half, it's, I said they quit trusting each other, but I mean, they quit believing that their defender was going to be there to where they were willing to close out really, really hard. So, we belonged here this year. Last year we came, Lebo just beat us from the get-go. Mm-hmm. We made a few mistakes, and then it's just icing on the cake when Edward knocks it, kicks it out of bounds. Gabe catches a chance for a wide-open layup, can't catch it, fumbles it out of bounds. I mean, everything.
That was the point where I said everything that could go wrong is now going wrong.
Murphy's law is they get 2 dunks. Everything we could not let happen started to happen. We quit rebounding really well, but, and then Coven got hurt, and then Tyson getting hurt. As soon as Tyson got hurt, you could just tell that was it.
We were done. Gone, yeah.
Everybody was just, he's obviously injured pretty good. We don't know how bad, but he definitely, he popped the ankle at the very least. It's already swollen pretty good. So, and the other thing, Dusty, and I'm not making excuses, we've been sick. And we've been able, and that was our strategy last week or on Saturday with Victoria, is take it slow in the first half so we didn't have to use much energy. Save our energy and then turn it on in the second half. And it worked great. We executed it perfectly. And the only problem is when you play Axtell, they're the other way. They're going to make you play 4 quarters of upbeat run and gun. You have to get back. You have to work hard. And they did a great job of it. I mean, that was what we talked about. You can't let them do that. So we knew with the sickness, we knew with all that it was going to be really, really tough to have enough energy to match a team like that in athleticism. When people asked me what I was worried about with them, I said it was the physicality and the athleticism those kids had. But I'm so proud of the kids.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's no reason to be upset. I mean, we had to play a perfect game, and any little mistakes, cost us. And I was looking at the stats, I was like, oh, my gosh, we had 22 turnovers, but apparently they had 26.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we were doing some things right. We were just not executing offense. I mean, we missed a lot of shots, too. Nicholas, he usually hits some of those. I mean, Gage around the basket. Jacob's shots weren't falling. I mean, we had fast break layup not falling. I mean, you can't miss. And then the other team makes shots. Let's be honest, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. This team this season we're going to talk about, I opened my broadcast talking about it's the 10-year anniversary of your first team that made it to state, and you won a state championship there, and obviously you've gone now 6 times to the state tournament. You've had a lot of special teams and a lot of teams that have done really good things at state. First-place team, and then the next year you were runner-up, third place the year after that, and you've not been able to get out of the first round the last couple of years, or the last 3 times you've been to state, but you've had to play TBL teams and Lyon County League teams, very, very tough teams in these tournaments. But when you look at this group, and I'm not asking you to compare them to the teams in the past, but what does this mean in the echelon of teams that have qualified for state, this group here in 2023-24?
This is one of those that I thought basketball-wise we had some talent. We had it, but we didn't have the grit per se of the team that. Let's go back to the team that won it. Defensively, that team was worked together so well, and we were an offensive. We could be an offensive juggernaut with them guys. I thought we had a lot with this group. We had Edward at the point guard, and you had Jacob as the big guy inside, and then Gage giving us some good minutes, and Tyson. Tyson should be a high all-league player. His capability, he works so hard defensively. I know that kid. I really hope has a great senior year and he's healthy, because the kid's got all kinds of talent and athletic ability. So it's there. We had a lot of pieces. We showed it early in the season, I thought, in the Russell tournament. At the Amos Morris, Central Plains lost in a tough sub-state championship. I think it was the lacrosse by 3. We had Ellsworth. We probably should have beat them. I don't know if they won. They did lose. I thought they probably would.
They're up and got outscored 16-1 down the stretch.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So we played with some teams and played well, but we just, our playing in our league's a little bit different. Axtell plays that way, and I get tired of talking about the TVL, but Axtell plays that style of basketball, basically every night of the week.
Mm-hmm.
We only get to play that whenever we schedule either a TVL team or, run into an Ellsworth, Sacred Heart, Bennington, those type of things, and then Osborne usually in most cases. So, we're struggling with some of that as those kids that won it just, they were getting beat. They got pounded a lot, and they decided they didn't like to lose. Mm-hmm. And so then they got to the point they just wasn't going to lose anymore. And that was their mentality. And, now we've got kind of some of this flavor of, hey, we're getting there, we're doing these kind of things, but we haven't quite got over the top. So that's what I'd say the biggest difference. I thought the talent-wise was there. I really enjoyed this team. I felt like we belonged here this year. I really did. A couple times you could argue, you got an easy sub-state or something like that. This year, we showed in the first half we can play with them, but they just had a little bit more.
I didn't have a chance to do it on locker room chat, so I do want to quickly, if you can, go talk about this senior class. I like how you subbed there at the end to give everyone their chance for their own little curtain call at the end there. And so your seniors, Coven Schroeder, Christopher LaRock, Jacob Winkler, and also Gage Stewart, and I didn't when I talked about this a little bit ago, I didn't forget about Daniel Ivor. He didn't get a curtain call tonight because he's there on the bench and actually helping you with some coaching stuff this year, and he's listed as a manager, but I know he means more to that to your team than just that. It's a shame that he didn't get a play this year, but those 5, what have they meant? Gage obviously just this year transferred in from Lincoln, but to get a score at Tipton, but what have those 5 meant to your program?
Well, Gage is probably the kid that everybody said, I know I've said several times, I wish I had him for 4 years. Mm-hmm. Just to see where he's transitioned from the style of basketball that we play from the beginning of the year. He's always been an athletic kid. Just learning our system, trying to understand what we needed to do. I wish he could come back next year and build off of what he did this year. I love the kid. He's such a quiet kid. He doesn't say much. You talk about just a wonderful kid. He's that. Likeable kid, works hard. He works so hard. Gets himself in a little bit of a rush sometimes, just needed to slow down and get a little more under control in a few situations. But, he kind of had to step in a little bit just because we lost Daniel. And I thought Gage did a nice job of trying and working hard and doing everything that he's asked, and just a coachable kid that really learned. Chris LaRock, a kid that he transferred in from Lakeside, and he worked really hard. And early in the season, I know he didn't play right away, and he was a little frustrated, but he handled it so perfectly. He got after it in practice. He's like, I'm going to make Coach play me, and he did. And I'm really proud of that. And any kid that has that kind of attitude has the right kind of attitude on a basketball court. Coven, he's always been. When he came in as a freshman, he was a little bit showy. I've always had a lot of confidence in him. He's good defender. Can shoot the ball really, really well. He just never seemed to get it going. He had a great game against Osborne that first time and showed some of the signs, but he battled a shoulder injury all season. It came out several times, came out again tonight. So we basically lost him again tonight in that second half, and that hurts. And then Jacob Winkler. Oh, that kid! His sophomore year, he come up and says, "Coach, I want to be a manager. I don't want to have to play. I want to I want to just take stats and I want to be a part of the team. I just don't want to, basically didn't want to have to work hard. But as a freshman, I seen him. I'm like, man, that kid is solid. He's going to be a player. He's really good. Huge for us last year. And then this year, he's, when he was involved offensively in scoring, we actually were a much better team. Finished, pretty well, keeps the ball high, great rebounder, and just I'm so glad he chose to stay out. I kind of looked at him. I said, junior, senior year, you get to go to states. It's probably a pretty good thing that you went out. I hope you were happy about that. And then last, Daniel. Man, what an unfortunate situation. He was my all-state player. I really look forward to him having a monster senior year. Everybody was talking about him, a player to watch. And I really thought with him and Edward and then Tyson, he was going to have a big year. I honestly think Daniel could have been a 20-10 type of kid this year. And just never got that opportunity. And you just watch, I go back. I even watched him in practice. He's been using his left hand and just how smooth he was and how well he understood the game. And, that kid got every single rebound. He just knew where the ball was going to go. Helped us on offense. He was such a threat. He could step outside, shoot the three. Kind of like Beisler, a similar type of kid. Not quite the height, maybe not the shot blocking ability, but great on help side, great on talking. We did use him a lot more than just a manager. He would talk to me a lot and kind of just put in some suggestions, trying to let me know about the kids and how they felt and some of that stuff. And it never feels good to lose the last one. Really, there's only one team that comes out of this at the end of the year feeling really good about themselves, and that's the state champions. Everything else, you feel like you didn't quite get it done. But I'm not disappointed with them. I'm so proud of them. I can't wait to be with a couple of the kids coming back, and just I hope they don't take it for granted. Our big thing this year was committing everything. We commit all of our works to the Lord, and the plans would be established. So that was a big thing. Another big one was, we played for an audience of one, and all that mattered was we were playing for God and making sure that we were making him happy and being good Christians and Catholic kids and doing what we needed to and representing our schools and stuff like that. And I really felt like we did an excellent job of that, and I'm so proud of the kids for those type of situations because, as a coach, that just, that reflects on you, and I love the fact those kids are that way. So wish we were still playing. Now we're just going to cheer on the girls. And be honest with you, man, how about Beloit? Man, they played great today. If they keep it up, I said this is Beloit's year, and I really feel like it is, Dusty. They've got everything. And I said, Eli Johnson, I watched him play Ellsworth in Beloit. I said, Eli Johnson's an X factor. You can put your best post defender on Bryce or whatever, put it, and then you got Noah out there that's a threat to shoot. But Eli was the trick, and then listening to him play today, it's like, he played excellent. I feel like it's their year. Everything's kind of set up for them, and man, they look good or sounded good today. So be cheering for them. But tomorrow for us, it's come back over at 8 o'clock, cheer on the girls, and hopefully they can get a first-round win and get past that third place or get into above fourth this year. So, dang it. I want to get out of the first round again, but at least we're here. So that's more than a lot of teams can say, and the kids should be proud of it. And like I said, I felt like they really belonged here.
You don't ever doubt that your kids battle when they come here, whether you win or lose. Yeah. There's no question about that in my mind, and I don't think there is in yours either. Lance Bergman, coach of the St. John's Tipton Blue Jays here in our postgame show. We certainly thank you for always taking the time to come on the postgame and locker room chats throughout the year. It's been a fun year again covering your squad, and hopefully we'll see you back here next year.
Dusty, thank you so much.
Again, Lance Bergman, coach of the Blue Jays here in our postgame show. St. John's Tipton falling 54-32 tonight to Axtell in the first round of the 1A Division II state tournament. Again, we thanked all the sponsors. We wrapped that part of it up. Big thanks to everybody for listening tonight. As Coach Bergman said, the Blue Jay girls are back here tomorrow night. So we'll have pregame coverage at 7:40. Tip-off at 8 o'clock. The Lady Jays are the number 6 seed, taking on the number 3 seed, Sharon Springs Lady Wildcats. So stay tuned for that. Coming up tomorrow, again, the Beloit boys are on to the semis Friday, and you'll hear more from Wade Gerson on the Sports Ticket and on our Sportscast tomorrow about that one. That'll wrap it up for me tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Until tomorrow, this is Dusty Donna saying good night from Great Bend, Kansas.
Thanks for tuning in to high school basketball coverage on KD Country 94. And remember to tune in each Tuesday and Friday for all the play-by-play action. And tune in on Wednesday and Thursday nights to KD Country 94 at 5:10 for our locker room chats. And for our upcoming schedule and for streaming online play-by-play, visit KDCountry94.com.